Are you ready? Hey, think you can tell us what to do? You think you can tell us what to wear? You think that you're better? Well, you better get ready.
Welcome to the Retro Wrestling Revival. I am John, and joining me, as always, is my partner in crime, the one and only Mr. Richie Reardon. What's going on tonight, Mr. Richie?
What is up, guys? Man, I'm just having a couple Steve Weisers over here. I'm happy to be here. It's Friday night. We're going to watch some funny moments tonight, man. Enjoy some good conversations, and miss you guys, man. I'm glad we're doing an impromptu show here, and love our group here, so glad to be breaking into this for you guys, man.
Yeah, I know it's a little impromptu tonight. We were just wanting to hang out tonight and just watch a little wrestling, talk a little shop, have a good time with everybody. So, that's the good thing is we got plenty of great stuff always on the horizon. We always like to pop in here and joining you guys even randomly out of our normal night. So it's Friday night. We're happy to see anybody that joins us on a Friday. We're happy to see you anytime you come out. So jump on in on the stream, and this is an interactive show, so all your thoughts are always included in there. And if you're listening to this later on the radio, welcome. You got to come out and check us out on Facebook and YouTube, Retro Wrestling Revival. And tonight's topic is definitely going to be a fun one. We're going to look at some of pro wrestling's funniest moments of all time. I believe we've talked about this a few times on the show.
Hold it. Rewind.
Hold on. Say his name and he'll appear.
Yep.
Where is Rewind? What's going on in the chat to Rand? What's going on, Derek? OTC, what's up, guys? What a moment that was. I'll kick the show off with that in a second, Derek. And we do have breaking news that Jeremy brought out. UFC heavyweight champion John Jones has announced his retirement via MMA Uncensored.
Yeah, also breaking news. We lost a legend in the wrestling business today, Kevin Sullivan, man.
The Taskmaster. What a bright mind for the business.
You got to respect that. I mean, me and you had our conversation off air about this. We already know our feelings about the guy. But you know what? You got to respect the contributions that the Taskmaster made in the wrestling business.
Yep.
Great wrestling mind, and he will be missed by many. So.
Yeah, man, he really was. I'm not going to lie and say I was a big fan of his in-ring work and his style. I'm definitely not. So I'm always authentic and I always say how I feel about that. But the guy had one hell of a mind for the business, man.
Good.
Maybe I didn't like necessarily his character at the Dungeon of Doom time and the longest feud in the world with Benoit. But man, this guy had a bright mind for the business. Bischoff was on Busted Open today. And so was, I think, Scott D'Amore and a few other people maybe talking about him. And when you hear Eric Bischoff's respect that he had, and he said that Kevin Sullivan was one of the most honest people that he's not only met in the wrestling business but in life, that he always knew he could confide in. That goes a far way. And he even went as far as to say that the Hogan heel turn in '96 would never have happened if it wasn't for Kevin Sullivan. That Hogan.
That's pretty interesting.
Yeah, he had said that right on the show. He said he had done his best to convince Hogan on it. He waited to the last minute because he knew that Hogan's agent at the time would probably try to spoil it. And he had brought it up to him, and he had got Hogan, warmed up to the idea. And 2 days before it, he said he literally had Kevin Sullivan. Kevin Sullivan lived with Hogan for 2 days.
Wow.
And that way, nobody could get in his head to ruin what they were going to do.
That's
and
crazy.
He said the only reason that Hogan went through with it was because of his respect for Kevin Sullivan.
Fair enough.
Yeah, pretty big words from a very important figure in the history of professional wrestling, Mr. Eric Bischoff. The greatest angle probably in all time in most people's books, the creation of the NWO, wouldn't happen if it wasn't for Taskmaster Kevin Sullivan.
Pretty interesting when you think about it.
Yeah. Tommy Dreamer told a hilarious fucking story about him today from a match that was in Puerto Rico. Kevin was doing a satanic gimmick, and they were playing up one of the people who was in a big source of controversy that people wanted to kill. And he was saying he was bringing this person in to be part of this satanic angle with him. And he convinced Tommy Dreamer to dress up like this guy so people would think it was him. And the crowd in Puerto Rico literally wanted to kill him. And
Tommy Dreamer looks like Anton LaVey a little bit if he had a skull cap on.
Bro, Tommy,
I don't know if you know who Anton LaVey is.
I have no idea. I love Tommy.
He was the creator of the Satanic Church.
Oh boy, yeah.
He definitely has a few facial features.
Oh, he does, man. And he said Kevin convinced him to do this thing, and he said Kevin, he's like, people want to kill the guy, like, and if I say I'm associated with him or trying to be him or whatever the way he was doing it, he says they're gonna want to kill me. He's like, nah, you'll be fine. And then he gets out there and he said the people literally wasn't fine at all, man. I mean, think about Puerto Rico. Fun. That's where Bruiser Brody got murdered, and
right.
You never knew it was going to happen either with the fans or backstage. And he said that the fans erupted and tried to kill him and storm the ring. And he said he runs to the back as fast as he can, and he realizes that Kevin's gone. He's already left. And then he said they're yelling at him, take the mask off, take the costume off. They're going to barge through in a minute here. Take it off.
Right.
Tommy takes the shit off. He throws it in like a place where nobody can see it. And the people get to the back, this massive group. And he says, they're looking at him. He goes, yells out, he goes, he went that way, and they run the other way. He goes and links up with Kevin that night. And he goes, what happened there? He goes, the heat, brother. You got look at that. That was great. He's like, they almost killed me, but you got the heat. I mean, Tommy tells it way better, but that's Kevin Sullivan. So I figure, we'll do a little, refreshing of it. What's the memory you have of Kevin Sullivan?
My favorite memory was always Benoit whooping his ass, man. That was my favorite time, for anything involving Kevin Sullivan. Good day, Lance. What's up, buddy? Hey, my favorite thing was always when he was getting his ass whooped by Benoit. I never really liked Kevin Sullivan. Not that I think he's a bad guy in real life. Maybe he's, the best person you could ever meet. I just never liked his gimmicks. I thought they were hokey and kind of horse shit. And so, he had a great mind for the business as far as booking goes. So I respect that. But I don't think anything got more personal in WCW than a storyline like that, involving his wife, Benoit, and an affair. That's when things started really turning up on the edgier side of things in WCW.
Yeah, pretty crazy stuff when you think they took a real life gimmick. And, that feud was the never ending feud. We covered it on the show.
When they would brawl through the crowd, man, you could really, you could see the disdain that they had for each other. They hated each other.
Super Brawl of 97. And you watch Super Brawl 97, you see the match they had in the bathroom. I think it was Super Brawl. It was Super Brawl Spring Stampede in 97. These guys had too many matches. It went on forever, They had a match that was either Super Brawl or Spring Stampede.
Every Nitro, you heard Benoit come out, Sullivan. Same promo over and over.
Yeah, that brawl that they had in the crowd, though, like you said, man, like they went to the back. They were fighting in the bathroom. I mean, they beat
the shit out of each other.
Oh, dude, they beat
those punches were so stiff, dude.
They were getting out, but I got to give both of them a lot of credit. Like you really do have to give them a lot of credit. Yeah. They hated each other and beat the crap out of each other, and there was real life bad blood between them in there. They beat the crap out of each other in the ring. They did business though, and they did a lot of money, and they had a lot of matches, and they always made it work somehow. So
Yeah.
I respect the professionalism of that. I don't know if I could do something like that.
I couldn't do it.
Yeah,
I
would beat the fuck out of them for real. If that was, I was in the other situation.
Absolutely.
Laurent says Kevin in the Varsity Club was his best moments. Yeah, a lot of people do say that. Early years of NWA and WCW and stuff. Laurent said, once I got ripped off on a cameo by Kevin Sullivan. Outside of that, I'm a fan of his creative mind mostly, but enjoyed some of his stuff. I've seen his work as a wrestler and manager also. Yeah. He did a lot of good for the business, right?
Yeah, he did. I would say so.
Yeah. Now, John Jones, let's get to it here. Everybody says the Book of Man, rest in peace. Derek says the same thing here, too. The Pillman stuff with him, where Pillman would do that Booker Man thing, was great as well. But John Jones, what do you think of him announcing his retirement right now?
I think it's a Conor McGregor move. I don't believe it. I think that he's going to come back and fight Stipe Miocic. He knows that's the notch on his belt that he needs to be considered the greatest of all time. You can't be a heavyweight champion and not beat Stipe Miocic and be considered the GOAT in that division. So he's got to do that. He's got to do it. There's no way around it. I don't know if maybe he accidentally slipped up and took a substance he shouldn't have, or there's going to be some sort of bombshell news. You never know with this guy. He's a loose cannon, right? Yeah. John Jones. My favorite time for John Jones was when he was stopping kidnappers from stealing women's purses and stuff like that on the street.
He was like a modern day vigilante at the time.
When he was taking paint cans out of the rioters' hands and stuff like that were tagging the city up. That's my favorite John Jones.
Mm-hmm.
The new John Jones today is some coked out, alcoholic, which, hey, if you enjoy your adult beverage, cheers to you. That's fine. Just make sure you keep your life together.
Yeah.
The guy's got the world by the balls. If he gives up the opportunity to solidify himself as the greatest of all time by going against Stipe Miocic, then you can't consider him the GOAT.
Yeah. It's very sketchy, the whole thing. You never know what to believe.
It's a negotiation tactic. I bet you there's money involved.
I bet.
I'll say I'm 90% sure the Stipe fight still happens.
Okay. I like it. I hope it does happen, to be honest with you.
I do too, because I think Stipe is the one guy that could probably figure him out.
I don't think so. I think he walks through him with ease.
Do you?
Yep. I'll go as far as to say I think he can beat him in a round.
Do you think he taps him out, or do you think he knocks him out?
He
won't knock him out.
No. He won't knock him out. He'll tap him out, though. He will set it up, I think, with his striking, because he strikes at such long range. Right. Think about this. Stipe got his block knocked off by Cormier, and let's be realistic.
His block knocked off by Ngannou. He looked
that
like
too. But I'm using Cormier I'm using Cormier for the reason is John fought Cormier twice and destroyed him twice, knocked him out the second time. He destroyed him. If Stipe didn't get through DC clean on that last fight when he won the title from him, that was a very hotly.
He's a bad dude, though.
Oh no, I'm not doubting that, man. The dude's a beast, but John Jones an animal. He might be a beast, but this guy in the ring, John Jones.
The one thing I will give you about John Jones, Jones has admittedly said that he fought after doing binges of cocaine and alcohol use and all these things. He fought the next day and would win. I mean, he wouldn't even try in his training camps. He'd come through and walk through people.
Yeah.
And no slouches either. John Jones' resume is stacked.
He's beat everybody. He's beat the best of the best.
He's beat everybody. They're even trying to overturn his one loss that was a bullshit disqualification.
He's undefeated and everybody knows it. Yeah. Who's a fan of it. The reality of how good this guy is, and I always say this, he lives right he's from my area. He's from 5 minutes away. He went to the school literally maybe 5 blocks from my house, 10 blocks from my house, somewhere around there. You could walk there in 5 minutes or less from my house. That's how close it is. He went to that school. His brothers did. They're the standout athletes. Both of them went to play in the NFL. One
of them played out here in the Arizona Cardinals.
Yep. Yeah. Had amazing careers, both of them. And then John, his resume speaks for itself. Nobody's beat him, at all. And really, he maybe only had 1 or 2 close fights in his career. And he made people look stupid. And the craziest part about him was he did it and started his career after training for 9 months and got in the ring, did 6 fights, I think they said, in a span of like 6 months or so or less, and did 6 fights.
Through them all.
Yeah. Ran through them all in the indie scene for MMA and then gets called up to fight a guy his name was Andre Gusmao. Do you remember him?
Yeah.
Yeah. The guy was a world champion at the Abu Dhabi, jiu-jitsu thing, which is the biggest jiu-jitsu tournament in the world. The guy was an open weight champion, a lightweight champion in there. Couldn't be touched. John Jones clowned him in the ring after 9 months of training. Can you fucking believe that, man?
John Jones is an anomaly, dude. He's got all the tools. There won't be another one. And if he does do this to the fans, after we've waited so long for this fight, the two goats of the heavyweight division, let's see it. Let's see it. Go out on your shield, man. Prove everybody that you are what you say you are. And, you have thus far, so why would you stop here? You have the one chance to solidify it and say, okay, my title fight with these last two guys, people were saying these were lesser athletes. Now I just took out your guy that you say is the greatest of all time in this division. You can't doubt me anymore. John Jones would then have done everything there is to do in the UFC. He's defended all comers, and nobody has stopped him. I would even say, because Khabib's record was a padded record. You can say he had 50-0. He didn't fight anybody until he got to about anybody of real merit until he got to about 42-0.
Mm-hmm.
Then he started fighting real challengers. John Jones has been fighting killers his whole career.
Yeah. Since the beginning of his UFC career, he's been doing it for. Guys, I'll get to your comments in just a minute. I'm not ignoring your comments. It's hard to not lose our train of thought sometimes when we got something jamming. So I'll get to your comments in just a minute. So my apologies. John Jones is the story of what if to me. Yeah. What if he wouldn't have had all these lapses in time? Meaning
maybe he needed those.
Maybe he very much did, I think. But what if he didn't have those lapses of time? Because most of the lapses was due to his personal indiscretions that he was committing, the crimes, drug issues, whatever it might have been. It was always his personal demons. So that was, to me, was always the glaring sign that you saw about this guy. And then he had so many lapses in his career. He cleaned everybody's clock while he was in there and did it with ease. But what would have happened if he would have been active during all those years off? Would he still be undefeated now? Would somebody have figured him out by now? I don't know.
I think those demons were the price of his excellence. I think that what's up, Sean? Welcome to the show, brother. I think the demons that John Jones faces is the adrenaline rush. The all that stuff stops when he's not fighting. And it's kind of like what Volkanovski said, if you don't keep me busy, I get into trouble.
Yeah.
I think that's it. If John Jones doesn't have a purpose, he's his own worst enemy. The only person that takes John Jones down is John Jones.
I'll go as far as to say this with him is watching the things unfold through the years. So this is an opinion, and it's based off of my professional experience, but I'm not saying that this is true because I don't know the guy. I've never diagnosed him. I'm not legally able to diagnose anybody, but from my professional perspective on this, for what I do, my outside thing, seeing what I see from him, the cam footage that's come out through him over the years, I think he has a personality disorder. And I think he's got a severe personality disorder, which creates oppositional and defiant behaviors in him. And the more money and power you give a guy like this, the more
he's a sociopath.
Yeah, he just soaks it up. He eats it up. He enjoys every bit of it. He loves the attention, whether it's positive or it's negative. And then when he has idle hands, like you mentioned, where he's not got a purpose for whatever he's doing,
when he's self-destructive.
Yeah, he self-destructs. His personality flips. He changes. And then when he's focused, he's a good guy. Yeah. He's a guy that helps people out. He's a guy. His fiance has never left him all these years, or I think she's still his fiance.
He's whooped her ass.
Yes, multiple times.
Multiple times.
And they've gone through everything. And I'll say this: I know this for a fact, and I'm not going to say who told this to me, but I'm 100% sure this is, pretty much spot on from what the person told me, who knows the family, is that they said she loves him so much, and that behind closed doors, people don't see the great guy that he is because there's so much more, because he makes the stupid choices sometimes. Yeah. But they say behind the scenes, he's the nicest guy in the world. He just makes dumb choices, and she won't leave him because she loves him and thinks he's a good man despite those things. So for everybody that thinks he's a gigantic piece of shit in every way, obviously he must not totally be, and there must be some quality about him. We've
seen good qualities, even in the media spotlight. We've seen good qualities about him.
Sure,
we've seen him say the worst of the worst to Daniel Cormier, and then when he knocked him out, he said people should strive more to be like Daniel Cormier and not like me.
Yep.
You know, because he's a great father, he's a great human being, he's a great, you know, Hall of Fame person. You know, that's John Jones, man. There's obviously a good person in there.
There is. But all the other negative things he does always outweighs those because he just can't keep his shit, you know, he just can't keep
together.
His shit together, man. He just can't stay out of trouble. So,
right.
I mean, his fighting career, man, I say if this is really it for him, I know this is a wrestling show.
It was a hell of a career.
Yeah. We'll get to the topic in a minute, guys, but I just thought it was really relevant because most all wrestling fans somehow follow UFC in some way or know a lot about it or a little.
Well, look at it. It's TKO.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's owned by the same company now.
Yeah.
So that's why I thought it was, you know, relevant to discuss it here a little bit more in depth. And if this is really it for him, man, hats off to the guy, man. I salute him. He had a hell of a career, and to me, he'll always be the greatest fighter of all time to me.
Yeah.
Not the greatest person, but the greatest fighter. So,
sure.
All right, let's get to a few of the comments. Sorry, guys. Let's see what we got.
No rewind yet, huh?
No, you got to say his name and he'll appear.
Rewind.
He must be out searching for some Linda McMahon shit tonight.
Oh, man.
Laz is talking about the Savoldi Wrestling Library. They got a lot of classic stuff on there, a lot of hidden gems, a lot of cast.
Leslie, you're a classic wrestling fiend, man. I've noticed that about you.
He knows his shit, man.
We'll do some classic watch-alongs on here for you if you want.
Yeah, you know what we should do one week for fun for everybody? We should do a trivia.
A trivia?
Yeah, wrestling trivia. Me and you know?
Dude.
You like that?
I like the sound of that. I hope everybody else likes the sound of that. That sounds fun.
Tell me what you think, guys. Would you guys want to do a wrestling trivia one week?
Do a wrestling trivia.
Me and Richie will run the contest. We'll sit out of this one.
We'll come up with 10 questions each.
There we go. So winner we'll do something a little fun for the winner, you know, afterwards.
And only the best wrestling historians will get the shit.
Yeah. Hard questions.
Hard questions.
Not easy ones.
No.
We'll throw some trick ones in there too.
Yeah.
And we will sit back and we will administer it as the host and to give it fairness. And I like it. What do you guys think? You guys tell me. This is an interactive show. Would you guys want to do that?
Let's do some wrestling Trivial Pursuit.
Ooh, all right. Everybody's hopping on this already, man.
All right.
Got Jeremy saying it. Yes. He says, I'll take that challenge.
Dude, Jeremy's always game. He's a dog,
Dude,
bro.
He's down. Rand is definitely down. Sean Fuller.
All right,
nice to see you again, Sean. We're glad. He said welcome back earlier, guys. Thanks, Sean. Great to see you again,
buddy.
my friend. Always great to have you here. Sean Fuller's in for it. Derek's in for it. Trivia night.
Dude,
I rule this.
Derek's in, okay.
I know Lawrence has to be in it. So Lawrence, I could if you ever want an opinion on something, I would be happy to give it to you. Just shoot me a message in private and we could talk about it if you ever wanted an answer. I'm not going to tell you I know everything, but I maybe might be able to answer some of that stuff for you. So
sure.
Shoot me a message. I'd be happy to. I wouldn't want to talk about your personal stuff on the air here. So, but please, if you got questions, I'd be happy to give you some or an opinion from somebody else that might be able to if you got questions. Sure. But I think Lawrence would be great for it. I know Jude would do it too.
Oh, Jude. Oh my God.
I don't know, man. I got to say
Rewind even, you know, he surprised me with some shit too.
Who would be your sleepers here? Who if you had to take 3 people that you think out of our listeners that are coming through? Yeah. Name me 3 that you think would probably be the sleepers here. Sean Fuller, I'm going to leave you out of this for this one because you just started coming a few weeks ago. So I got to get to know you better to see. So I'm not going to throw Sean in. That's not fair.
I think Rewind would be the biggest sleeper.
Really?
Yeah. Because I think he knows old school shit. I just think that he's catching up on the new school stuff.
Sean, we're going to throw everything in there.
We're going to throw everything in there.
We'll make some guidelines on it. We'll do this one maybe in a month or so. Me and Richie will put it together, and we'll put the rules out there to see if you guys like that. So
let's do it in 2 weeks. Let's do it in 2 weeks.
All right, 2 weeks. We can do it in 2 weeks. We can
2
come
weeks.
Up
We'll do it.
2 weeks. We'll do this one.
It'll be a Tuesday show in 2 weeks.
Yep. So we'll do that one.
Ready.
Tuesday, 2 weeks. We'll do it here.
Tuesday,
we'll come up with the rules and we'll announce it on this week's stream. So
yeah,
we'll announce all the rules so you guys can prepare. But we're going to incorporate a lot of different stuff. Lawrence loves the ideas too.
Dude.
Sean says you're going to be surprised on what I know. I love
Sean, bring the heat, man. I love
it. You got to shit talk, man. If you know,
you got to.
You know, you got to shit. I'll say the favorite to me is going to be Jeremy and Lawrence from what I know. But I'll tell you my sleeper pick that might come up and clean them and beat them. I think Derek might take them.
I'm gonna tell you like this. My person that I think is for sure a shoe-in victory is gonna be Jude the Dude.
You think so, huh?
That beard man has got more wrestling knowledge in that fucking thing. I mean, he's just pulling it. He's just pulling it out. I think
Okay.
Jude's got it. I think Rewind's going to surprise the shit out of us. Jeremy's a dog. Derek knows a lot of shit. I mean, all you guys are fucking geniuses with this stuff. So
Sean says that's not shit talk. Sean, bring the shit talk later on when we get the rules out on Tuesday. Bring that. That's what we do when we do a contest here on the show. If you've never seen it, Sean, we shit talk each other all day long. You know, if we're doing something, me and Richie shits. It's all in good fun. Nobody will ever say anything go over the line. But we just have a good time.
I got an idea.
All right,
because you just said that. So we'll have 10 questions each for the group. We'll see who gets the most right. Right.
Okay.
We're gonna task Jeremy with this.
Okay. He's our researcher.
Jeremy, you come up with 10 questions. Me and John will square off in trivia.
Oh, all right, man. I like it. All right. There you go.
All right.
So Jeremy says I took that personally, Richie.
All right.
Jeremy takes his shit
I'll make it up to you.
serious. Jeremy takes his shit seriously, man. He does. When he lost out on the last one, I know I'm not narking on him on anything. He was like, man, I can't believe I worst of. I said, dude, you did great. You know, still don't worry about it.
Man, that first one he knocked it out of the park.
Oh, he fucking killed it, man. He crushed that shit. He did. All of you guys are crushing it, but man, I don't know. It's going to be a hard one. Rand knows his shit too, man. Let's be real. Rand knows his stuff, man. Yeah. Lawrence is just he's an encyclopedia to the stuff, man. This guy knows his stuff.
He even gets down to people's attire and shit.
Yeah,
like that.
He knows the years. He knows everything. Listen to his booking. I mean, this guy knows his shit.
That guy knows his stuff.
And if anybody's never talked to Jeremy on a different level, you know, I'd suggest if you're a wrestling fan, Jeremy's your guy to go to. This guy knows his stuff too. Derek too. Like I said about Derek, I think him being a sleeper, he's got his great group like Lawrence does.
Who knows, dude? Sean may come out and
Sean could be he's gonna talk some shit. He might do it. So I don't know, but I'm telling you, Derek could be a sleeper for a reason. I'm part of his group, like I am with Lawrence and a bunch of the other ones. Shout out to their groups, Laz's Wrestling fan page and Derek's Pro Wrestling Takeover. Sure. They put up tons of shit, and these guys know their stuff on there, bro. So Derek might be he might be a sleeper coming in.
Yeah, for sure.
So Lawrence says John versus Richie in a trivia bout. I love it.
I'm getting that double champ status, baby.
Yep, he's gonna do it. Lazarus Pro Wrestling Fan Group. There you go. Pro Wrestling Takeover as well. And I'm telling you, it's gonna be good. Don't sleep on Rand too.
Yep.
No, don't sleep on him.
We'll see.
I ain't sleeping on Sean. I think he might be a good one too.
Yeah, could be.
I can't wait to see this. I can't wait. You know what else for?
That's a great idea, dude. You came up with a good one. I got to give you your roses here.
Well, let's make sure it goes out good, and then you can give me my roses.
There you go.
It's one we could do a bunch of times too.
Yeah.
So, and I'm going to say this too. This is the most important thing is about the contest. Everybody will always has a good time, and the best part is I'm going to kick the shit out of you, just like I did last week. I am going to.
Okay, all right.
I am going to whoop your ass like a government mule. I'm gonna take this size 13 and I'm gonna stick it straight up your candy ass in this contest too.
Okay, all right.
You're going down.
Age before beauty, I see.
Hey, age comes with wisdom.
Oh, I'm sure. I could see the gray hairs.
Or lack thereof at some point.
This is sponsored by Touch of Gray.
This is sponsored by what was that Ronco, or what was the spray-on thing they used to have back in the day?
Oh God, Rogaine. Jesus.
Oh Jesus, that's gonna be fun, guys. I love it. Sean says, "No, that shit talk." All right, I love it. Jeremy says he's coming back for his title. Lorenz says, "Answer the question." It's yes. Kurt Hennig has held the world title. He held it in the AWA. That was an earlier question from Sean.
Yeah.
Taz versus Mr. Perfect in the dream match. Jeremy's growing his beard out. All right.
There you
go. It'll be fun. Now, after all this great conversation, let's get to the topic at hand tonight. Yeah, trivia is sponsored by Blue Chew, folks. You can't get your noodle hard? By all means, take a Blue Chew.
Yeah.
Use the code.
Won't regret it.
Yeah. Use the code Radical.
I was going for Mrs. Knobs, but
yeah. I don't know. There, Blue Chew. It's the Blue Chew. Is everybody fucking sponsored by Blue Chew in this world? It seems.
Probably.
Jesus, man! If I hear another fucking Bluetooth commercial,
you said Bluetooth.
Yeah, Blue Chew.
Drinking beer.
Yeah, Blue Chew. It's like everybody's got these fucking guys for an advertiser. How the fuck can, unless you're a big name, can you ever convert these ads be with all the fucking Blue Chew codes? Like, because that's how these people get paid, from like those places. They're called affiliate sponsorships. How do you fucking deviate yourself from the big time people with these products? They're on everything. Everybody's got a goddamn code.
Yep.
That's my thought. Blue Chew and a melatonin. We'll see what happens.
Dude, that's an interesting combo there.
Blue Chew is look it up on the internet. It's for like people who want to last longer in the bed. That's their like thing. It's without the side effects of Cialis and Levitro, and what's the other pill? Viagra, yeah. Viagra, Cialis, and Levitro.
Shout out to Mark Martin. He drove the Viagra car for like ever.
Oh, are you an NASCAR guy?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I'm a fucking redneck, dude. Of course I love NASCAR.
Fair enough. You take a Blue Chew to throw a hot pro wrestling diva with a bonus. Now then I'm signing up on the code every time. I'm going to everybody's code.
So we're going to leave that one alone.
Well, I say we do a little toast tonight to everybody on a Friday night. I apologize. I do not drink, I do not drink alcohol or anything like that on the show, in general. So
he's only going to drink when we meet up in Vegas to do live.
That's the only time. So I'm going to take a shot of a sparkling water for you, and I say to toast to everybody. I hope
Coors Light, because Bud Light won't pay me nothing. Famous words of Brock Lesnar.
I make the toast to continued success. All you great guys is having wonderful lives and health, and us having a great time here on the show now and forever. So here's to you guys. Happy Friday night. Have a great weekend.
Yes, sir.
Oh, that's some strong sparkling water.
There you go.
Didn't Dick Trickle drive the Blue Chew car?
Probably.
Who's Dick Trickle? Is
that a joke or?
No, I think he did. Isn't
Dick
Trickle isn't he a NASCAR guy?
I thought Ricky Bobby drove it.
I know Cole Trickle from Daytona, or what's that movie with Nicole Kidman? I love it. Days of Thunder. Is it Cole Trickle? I don't know. What do you think? Does Cole Trickle drive the Blue Chew?
I don't know, man. I have no idea. We have derailed.
We always do. That's the fun.
Know.
We always do.
Now you know why our other show is called Random Conversations.
Yeah, that's what we do on there. Random shit. We do it here too. Now, getting on to the meat of the episode now. So let's just say pro wrestling moments. We want to hear your favorite ones. Put them one at a time, though, when you do them. Don't bombard it in there, because there's so many of them. And what I'm going to try to do is I can't play the video on here, but I can play the audio. So we'll choose some of them and we'll do some clips of, some of the funniest moments. But when I think of funny moments in wrestling, I think of some wrestlers. I think of Chavo Guerrero with Pepe, I think of Chris Jericho, Ralphus. You could just go down the list of hilarious people. Eddie Guerrero, is one of them. But funniest people for me is something that I love about wrestling. And one of the funniest people I've ever seen in wrestling is somebody you would never have expected from the start. And that was Kurt Angle. This guy was absolutely
legit badass.
Yeah. Wrestling machine, and gets this goofy gimmick to be a clown, basically. And he was the funniest part of every show to me all the time when he was on doing that type of stuff. What about you? Who's probably your favorite, funniest wrestler that gets in there?
It's one that people aren't going to expect, because a lot of his stuff was serious and whoop ass constantly and stuff like that. But dude, the stuff I've been watching when Stone Cold first was the Sheriff Austin figure and all that stuff. Stone Cold Steve Austin is a funny motherfucker, dude. Like the skit that he did, what set this whole idea off today with this show. I was sitting on my lunch break at work, and I'm watching, and he did a skit with Goldust where he's walking down a hallway with a hot dog. He's eating it, and Goldust comes up, and he's got that stutter going on. And, man, I want you all to go back and watch that stuff, because Steve Austin was freaking funny as hell during this time frame, man. With Eric Bischoff, with Goldust, with Booker T. Man, I'll tell you what, Stone Cold was a funny character, and you wouldn't expect that, because he's always known to be in the whoop-ass character, Austin versus McMahon stuff. But his comedic stuff later on in his career is very underrated, especially in the Alliance. So, challenge you all to go watch that stuff. I also love Goldust, man. I think Goldust is very underrated for what he contributed in that area as far as comedy stuff. That the stutter stuff was the best, I thought. But even the stuff with Roddy Piper in his early career with this gimmick was hilarious too.
Yeah, he was just amazing. Austin was so funny when he did his stuff. He just.
You remember this bit with Tajiri that I showed you, dude?
Yeah, dude.
Like, come on, man.
We watched it a few months ago.
You're a very wise man.
We were laughing our asses off. Austin and the stuff that he was doing with Angle and everything at that point in time was the highlight of that awful invasion angle. So,
right.
Awful invasion angle. But here we go. The comments here. Ric Flair's promos were the best. He definitely could cut a good promo. That's for sure.
Too. 100%. He was definitely funny too.
R-Truth with Goldust and Goldust with Booker T. Good stuff. 100%. Roddy Piper and the Don't Blow. Yeah, you stole that one from me, Lorenz. I'll go back to that one a little bit. Let's curb that for a second because I'm going to use that one later. But The Rock is the funniest. Yep. Lie, cheat, steal, Eddie. You guys are throwing some good ones out here.
Some good ones.
All right, Richie, I'm going to throw one for you. Just picked this one here by talking about it with Sheriff Austin. So it's going to be that clip right there with Sheriff Austin and Vince McMahon. I'm going to keep the audio on, but I'm not going to keep the
I think
video
this was
on.
the alliance angle.
This was the alliance angle here. So, check this out, though. You guys are going to like this. This is funny. So you guys will hear it, but you just won't see it. So, all right, Richie. Ready? Let's go.
Yep, absolutely.
I brought you a present. I brought you a present from Texas.
Really? For
Yeah.
me?
You'll love it.
Really?
Vince in a
And
cowboy
I
hat.
I was in a gift-giving mood, so I bought myself one too.
You did?
Would you have ever pictured Vince in a cowboy hat?
No,
never.
not even a little
Should I open
bit.
it now?
You can hear all this good, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so
Let's open them together.
All right. Let's open it together.
Vince's shirt he's wearing in this is great, folks.
I know. It's like a beach shirt.
It's titled Stone Cold gives Mr. McMahon and Kurt Angle gifts. So if you guys want to look it up for yourself, it's on there if you want to watch
You
it.
like it, don't you?
I can't believe you did this for me.
Dude,
You know,
Vince
man,
loves
Texas
that
is all
cowboy
about
hat
the
right
I
there,
know.
bro.
I know.
Oh, here it goes.
Put it on, partner.
That shit's funny,
What do you
dude.
think, Deborah?
Oh,
What do you
that
think,
is
Deborah?
so you.
Goes with the shirt,
For
doesn't it?
those who can't see it, she's giving him the dirtiest look in the world.
Thank you.
Now
How you
here
doing,
comes
Cowboy?
Kurt Angle.
Hey, how are you? Hey, Vince, how you doing? Well, I'm here.
He was such a dork at this time, and it was so
He
great.
was a dork.
I don't know if you guys realize this, but you have the same identical cowboy hats on.
I love Austin and McMahon. They're looking at each other right now here, folks, giving
I don't know
giving
if
each
you
other the
know
stare like,
what
is this guy fucking serious?
Okay.
Yeah, Vince, I'm really sorry about that.
Yeah, well, you know what? And Steve brought me a gift. This is a gift from Stone Cold Steve Austin, all the way from Texas. And quite frankly, it's doing a hell of a lot to cheer me up. I'm glad.
That's great.
Kurt's got this sad look on his face, like he just
Yeah,
lost
he's like,
a puppy.
damn it.
What's wrong?
Like, I didn't get a gift.
I didn't think of that.
Well, you got Vince a gift. You even got yourself a gift. You didn't get me a big gift.
You know, you think Stone Cold Steve Austin's a big tough guy all the time, but I got you something, you little rascal.
You did?
Yeah, I didn't forget about you.
That's great.
You're
Thank
your
you.
pal.
Yeah.
I like you. Not very much, but I like you.
Not very
Is
much.
that it? It is. Oh, wow.
So he's gifting Kurt, his own thing right now. Same
Great.
box as Vince and him had.
Oh,
Kurt's thinking he's got his own cowboy hat now. They do a great thing. They cut the camera angle out while Kurt's sitting down, so nobody can see what's going on in the back.
Steam 'em?
And now
Yeah,
Kurt's about to stand up, and
hey, guys, how's this look? I feel like a real cowboy. Yippee-ki-yay.
his look right here. It's on the thumbnail here for the. It's on the thumbnail for the YouTube and Facebook. Is fucking that look of Kurt that he has on right after he puts that little dinky hat on.
He really sold the shit out of that, didn't he?
Oh, he was good. He was so good. All right, let's get to a few more of the comments here, guys. All right.
You made my head really tiny.
Oh, bro.
Rewind.
Bro, he's here. I would love to give Richie a special gift, he says. Look at that. You doubted him.
Rewind. You're giving me a special gift of your presence, brother. You
doubted
totally
him.
missed out our game plan here in 2 weeks. 2 weeks from now,
Trivia
Rewind.
night. 2 weeks.
We'll
discuss it
we're
again
having
on Tuesday.
wrestling trivia, and I said you were going to be the sleeper of the night.
He put you over, Rewind.
Put
He
you
doesn't
over,
even want a
Rewind.
massage. The Eddie Guerrero beans with the bad burrito shit was with the Big Show was great. Angle singing Jimmy Crack Corn with Austin was the best.
Dude,
Oh, that was
that
so
shit
good.
had me rolling. You know what else was funny was when Austin whooped Booker T's ass through a market store,
Oh yeah.
and he's standing behind him, and he opens the beer. Thanks, Book.
Booker's another one. He'll be on here later again.
Yeah.
Sean says Edge and Christian's 5-second pose. Those two were hilarious with one another too.
You know, if anyone wants to go watch a funny show, their show that they had on the WWE Network for a while
Yep.
was hilarious.
We'll have to check it out.
Yeah.
We'll have to go back. I've never seen it actually.
It's freaking hilarious, dude.
Yeah,
It's like a skit show that they made, and it's so funny.
Yeah, I've never seen it, so I've never.
You gotta check it out.
All right, man. All right. Let's see.
Lock
Next
in
one
the
for
current price of
me. All
NFL
right, so
Sunday ticket before.
I'm gonna give AEW some flowers here. Okay. So AEW is gonna get.
No, you got the scissor me daddy ass thing, and I don't know. Is there any other funny stuff that's happened over there?
Yes, I'm gonna throw it up in 1 second. Give me a second here.
Orange Cassidy's pretty funny.
Do you like him?
I did in the beginning. I don't know if I watched it now, I'm sure it'd be stale, but his stuff with his kicks and stuff in the beginning really won me over. It was funny shit. And then he wrestles with his hands in his pockets. Like, he's funny, dude. He's pretty funny.
All right, so I got it loaded up now. So it's going to be from AEW Dynamite, going all the way back to the beginning, episode 6.
Oh my God, John.
It was the Chris Jericho preparing for Cody Rhodes.
Dude, I totally forgot about this, man.
Yes, this
Jericho's the GOAT.
Rewind says maybe thanks for believing in me, Richie.
Yeah, absolutely, dude.
Price check on Jackass, clean up in aisle 316.
316. Yep.
Austin and Booker in the church confessional. Jeremy said that. Jeremy sent that to me earlier. I didn't remember it. I was fucking dying with that.
Triple H versus with Goldust in the ring when he had his stutter.
Oh, I have a feeling we're going to do that one here shortly too.
Yeah.
So maybe that's the next one we'll do. Steiner Math, Laurent says, absolutely. Steiner Math is just some of the greatest shit ever. I think this is one of the funniest things I've ever seen in wrestling with the stuff that Jericho made right here. This was the days of the beginning, of course, of AEW, as I mentioned. And what was the group called again? The
Inner Circle.
The Inner Circle. Yeah, I'm sorry, I blanked on that. And it's setting up this big match with Cody Rhodes versus Chris Jericho. If Cody doesn't win the title, it was if he didn't win the title, he would never get another match again, right?
Right.
Yeah. And they do this like this whole long, elaborate, sappy thing here about this preparation that Chris has.
It's probably some of the funniest shit Jericho's ever done.
Dude,
and Jake Hager too. Jake Hager. Dude, say what you will about Jake Hager. He's a pretty badass individual in real life with like MMA and stuff. But the guy he's comedy gold.
He is so damn good, man. So, all right. I wish I could play the freaking video here.
I do too. We'll get flagged quicker and shit.
Yeah, especially with AEW because they're a bunch of sensitive fucking flowers, man. So
let me pull this up on my phone at least so I can watch it.
Yeah, pull it up on your phone. I'll throw the link out here. Let me copy the link for the private chat for everybody too, or for the chat for everybody if you want to watch this one if you've never seen it yourself. This stuff is just some of the best work of his career. This is why I miss AEW from the beginning. Yeah. You know, I miss it for this reason. Like, this was funny. I just put the link if anybody wants to see it. It's in the Facebook and the YouTube chat.
Okay, I just got an ad real quick, 13 seconds, and we will.
All right, buddy. Just let me know.
This is amazing, guys. I love this one so much.
You guys will hear the audio. Video won't be up. Richie's gonna watch it with me. Richie, just tell me when you're good.
Let's do it here in 3, 2, and 1. Go.
Hey, Chris. We got a couple options for the bubbly here, man. This one, low calorie.
This music.
Low calorie.
Personally, I think it's better taste for the bubbly. I think it'd sell better.
Sure.
This is my favorite part right here. He kisses him on the head.
See, Chris Jericho is like a father figure to me. And when I heard he was going to be facing Cody, I just knew it was over for Cody.
Dude, he's sitting in the damn
Jericho's
tub.
the champion.
A little bit of the
That means
bubbly.
he's the face of this company because he's the champion. And because he's the champion, he's the face of this company.
What the fuck
I've
does that
known
even
Chris
mean?
since he was 12 years
It's
old,
Virgil.
and he was as driven back then
Meat sauce mafia,
as
baby.
he
Richie,
is
look.
right
Dude,
now.
yes.
I mean, name another
Rest
guy
in
that's
peace,
working
Virgil.
harder
Yes. What a
than
great
Chris
soul.
Jericho. Dead ass, Cody. Let it
Dead
go.
ass.
Move on. It ain't popping off for you.
The jacket
Dead
he's
ass.
wearing, walking around
Chris
in slow
Jericho's a grown
motion.
man, and you're a boy. You don't even have chest hair.
I remember when Christopher was just a young boy. I knew he
This
was
is
going to
Bobski.
grow up to be an
This is Nancy
AEW World
Grant from
Champion. And in my heart, I'm praying for Cody that he's going to survive.
Chris Jericho, he's in the prime of his life. He's 48, the youngest AEW champion in history.
The youngest AEW champion.
Jake Hager just standing
Just
there, not
stands
saying
there.
a word.
I don't know
This is
what a
great.
goat is because I'm not a farmer,
I'm
but I know what Chris Jericho is, the greatest of all time.
He's spitting the water.
This is freaking hilarious, dude.
If I know little Christopher, I know he's going to beat the shit out of Cody at full gear.
Oh, God.
I mean, it's just very hard for me to get up every morning and
It's probably the worst move in
have to
wrestling
realize
history.
just how great I
it
am.
sucks. Jake Hager.
Chris Jericho's talent is like the Olive Garden breadsticks,
Oh, dude. All day.
unlimited.
All day. We can all agree with
We're
that.
repping the meat sauce
When I
mafia
wake up
tonight.
in Baltimore on November 9th, I mean, Cody has a lot of meetings to do, and I only have one thing on my plate, and that's
A little bit of the bubbly.
a little bit of the bubbly
And Jared put it up too.
after the show. And
Even
trying to
perfect
find
timing.
the best place
A
to
little bit of
go
the bubbly.
for bubbly is always a hard thing to do. It's a lot of responsibility, but it's a responsibility that I have to face. Because I'm Le Champion.
I'm Le Champion.
How good is that guy, man?
I'll tell you what, dude. Chris Jericho on the list of goats in fucking comedy and wrestling gotta be top 3. He's gotta be top 3, dude.
Easily, bro. And he did it in so many different gimmicks. That was the best
Yeah.
part of him.
The list is some of the funniest shit too.
All right,
I
you
mean,
just read my
could
mind.
Go down the list. You could go down the list.
You
Literally.
just read my mind. Hold on.
Yeah.
Here we go. I'm just gonna load
You
it up
doing,
here.
you doing a
folks.
list compilation here?
All right, hold on. I'll put the link
Even
out
the
here.
stuff like when he's talking shit to the crowd when he's wrestling. There was a guy that was sitting there. He's like, "Go back to Ontario," and Jericho looks back at him. He's like, "I'm from Winnipeg, you idiot."
All right, Richie, I'm gonna send you the link right now. I'm gonna put it in the chat for you guys too if you want to watch this one. So you talk about the list. So this was at the prime of the list, not the armbar list, which that shit is great too. Armbar,
Armbar, yeah.
armbar, crack, hair pull from the rear, hair pull from the side. Dude, that list was great. But this was his stuff.
You
with
said you
Kevin.
sent me the link.
I put it up in the chat here. So
Oh, I can't see the chat.
oh yeah, hold on. Let me text it to your phone really fast.
All right.
So give me 1
I
second.
need to figure out how I can log in to see the chat.
I can tell you how to do it.
Okay,
So
cool.
I'll tell you how to do it. Hold on, and I'll send you the link to your phone.
Don't worry, guys. We're going into overdrive tonight too. Like we got plenty of time.
This is just fun tonight. That's
Yeah.
all it is. This is just us having a good time. All right, I'm gonna send it to you right now. So this was Survivor Series, guys. They were setting up a match between the Raw brand and the SmackDown brand at this point. It was escalating over and all that stuff. AJ Styles was the champion for the Blue brand, and Kevin Owens was the world champion for the Raw brand. So they had their teams. And this was the height of Jericho and Owens as the partners, and they loved each other and all that great shit. Those two were gold together as well. What do you think about them?
Oh, absolutely. Kevin Owens and Chris Jericho.
Yeah,
Those
So-
guys are freaking geniuses, man.
too good, just awesome. So here it is. right in the chat for you guys that want to see it. So this is when the prime
Still
of the list.
greatest Universal title of all time is the red one.
It's a nice one. I agree. Yeah, it's really nice. So they're having a match, and this was the era of James Ellsworth. You remember James Ellsworth, right?
Yeah, I met him out here. Actually, he's a great guy.
Oh, I loved it. I loved how they pushed this gimmick, and James was hilarious in this too. So
Yeah.
without any further ado, I'll play the clip now.
The face that runs the place.
That's great. You stole somebody else's catchphrase. Good for you. And look, you can tell yourself that all you want. But you want to know why this title is more important than yours? Because I'm the guy holding it. That's why. This title makes me better than you. And on Sunday, I am going to prove it.
Did you like him as a
You're
champion?
going to prove it?
I did.
Okay.
Kevin Owens, the only
love
thing
Kevin
you've
Owens.
proved is that you're still stuck on Chris Jericho's sugar tit.
Sugar tip.
That scarf he's wearing.
Look at Jericho's face, dude.
He's bucking up to him in that scarf. Kevin's just slightly holding him back.
Oh, come on now. I know you guys are best friends, but Chris and I
Everybody
at one
talking in the
point got
comments
along.
about it.
Yeah, we did. But we know past performances predict future behavior. So don't be
back
surprised
to
if
the
you get
comments in a
a
second,
knife
guys.
in your back, or better yet, your name on the list.
Uh-oh. You don't want to be on the list.
You think you know Chris Jericho? Listen, I'm not going to let you talk about my best friend that way. You know why Chris will never turn his back on me like he did to you? Because not only am I a better champion than you, I'm a better person, and I'm a better friend, aren't I? You're the best friend ever, Kevin.
A big hug they give each other.
Look at it.
Kevin yelled, "Look at it!"
You're the best friend ever.
Let me tell you this, Styles. You stupid idiot. Maybe where you come from, down there on SmackDown Live, I'm not sure how things work, but up here on Raw, in the big leagues, you know what happens when you insult Chris Jericho?
The moment here, watch Roman Reigns' face.
You know what
He's
happens
trying to be serious, but
when
watch
you
him in
insult
about
my
30
best
seconds to a minute.
friend,
Look at his
Kevin
face.
Owens? You know what happens? AJ Styles?
You just made the list.
You just made the list!
This is my favorite part coming up, though.
Oh, yeah, and by the way, that stupid soccer mom hairstyle of yours, I don't like it. So stupid soccer mom's hair! You just made the list!
You're Roman popping for that one, bro.
Dude.
Here's the best part, though.
Whoa. What the hell is that?
James Ellsworth. Loves him, man. This is the chant.
Damn, he was over.
Ladies and gentlemen, attention please.
R.I.P.
It seems that we have a
Bray Wyatt.
lost child at ringside. Would his parents please come and pick him up right
Parents,
now?
please come and pick him up right now.
Hey, you! Hey, you right
You're a
over there. You know,
weird-looking guy.
you're a pretty weird looking guy. You know that? You know what happens
Weird-looking guys.
to weird looking guys here on Raw?
Look at Roman laughing.
You know what
He's
happens,
trying.
Vince McMahon, to weird looking guys here on Raw? You just made the list!
Oh, no.
Oh,
He could have went
Jericho.
all night with that, dude.
Oh, Jericho. It's so damn good. 2 in a row for him. All right, let me get to some of the comments here, guys. Give me 1 second. All right. Loran said Jericho going on about Stephanie's boob job was funny.
Dude, that
Apparently,
was
Stephanie,
hilarious.
she was involved with the creative, which makes me respect her, willing to allow it for the sense or for the good of the entertainment, not taking herself seriously. I agree. Yeah, definitely. Sean says a great one here. Rick Flair and Jay Lethal in a woo off. That was good.
That was funny.
I think Jay Lethal might have beat him in it too.
Yeah, I think so too.
Jay
That guy
Lethal
does
is
a
so
hell
talented.
of a freaking Macho Man impression, dude.
Jay Lethal is gold. Man,
Yeah.
that guy is
I don't know
great
why
in
he
the
never
ring.
got picked up by WWE.
I don't know. Maybe he didn't want to go. And AEW does nothing with him. I think he's just rotting away on Ring of Honor, or one of the shitty shows once in a while. So, man, please pray, Dark Order. Who is Griff Garrison? All right, Jeremy, if you got a link to it, just add it to the chat, and I'll try to get to it. Just a few here. Or he says, play once you go off the radio. Okay, I can play that off the radio then.
Yeah, we could
I'll
do
do that one. I don't want to say anything bad about if there's. I don't remember. I don't know it, but I don't want to for the Brody Lee stuff. I never go down that route with it. Let's see. Lorraine says a lot of people hate the Oklahoma gimmick and WCW poking fun at JR. I respect JR as one of the best voices for wrestling that ever lived, but regardless,
I disagree right here, Lazo.
I did find it amusing. You were saying you're not a fan?
No, not at all. That one was tough for me because Bell's palsy's fucked up. I've had a stroke in my life, and it's a serious matter, dude. Like, I believe in comedy and not censoring people and stuff. I just thought it was distasteful.
I agree. Yeah, I think they did it to be malicious and mean.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think for our
especially Dr. Death, that was way out of left field for him. It wasn't in his character at all, and to attack his friend like that was bullshit.
I know Russo's apologized to it, and JR has said it was water under the bridge. I don't know if Ferrara ever apologized, but I remember him saying Russo did. But to me, it was still in really bad taste. Rewind said literally yesterday I was watching Ellsworth and Carmella stuff. Rand says the list of Y2J. Yeah, the list is just awesome.
The list is awesome.
Jerick says the list of Jericho's the best. The Learning Tree, not so much. It stinks, man. Have you seen the Learning Tree shit?
I've seen it. Some of it's funny. Like, he's got his moments. Some of it's horrible. Yeah.
I think it's dreadful.
Okay, so I got one that's pretty legendary, and it kind of bends the acceptance of today's climate a little bit. But the Booker T, when he calls Hogan out,
with
doing the
the
legendary
N-word
promo. I know we can't show it on here, but dude, you could just see the oops in Booker T's face after he goes, "Oh man!"
He thought he was gonna get fucking shit canned for that.
Dude.
You know what the thing about that is? Hogan went to bat for him and said it was a mistake, and there was no heat on him for it. And Hogan went to bat for him, and he's openly said through the years Hogan went to bat for him.
Right.
And he just recently buried Hogan on his show, and and you saw him on that Dark Side of the Ring stuff. He had buried Hogan on there a little bit.
Booker T.
And I thought that was kind of classless, considering that Booker probably would have got fired if it wasn't for Hogan really going to bat for him and making it not an issue on that. So
that sucks.
Yeah, I would agree. But I'm not saying it was like overly bad. But
a lot of people are going to war with Hulk Hogan, even the fans and stuff. I've seen a lot of people selling his merchandise like crazy, and a lot of the figure forums and stuff like that. Everybody's dumping his stuff because of the endorsement of Donald Trump. It's kind of crazy. Like, you and I, we're not big fans of either side of the aisle right now, and you can't. You can't do that to somebody over their political opinion, right? Like, Hogan's not a demon over that.
No, it's just a difference of opinion that some people have.
Opinion.
And to want to cancel somebody for that. Did you see the latest thing that they did with him too, where they were? What was it?
Oh my God! Me and you were talking about.
He was at a signing, for his Real American Beer brand, and some guy that came and paid for the signing or got a picture and an autograph.
He had SS bolts on his shoulder.
Yeah,
and they were trying to say that Hogan knew it.
Yeah, he should apologize to people because of it.
Listen,
fuck you.
I hate to say this. You've been in the military. I've been in the military. A lot of guys use those insignia still to this day. The snipers, they use that stuff. Is it not the best choice of insignia? I wouldn't use it myself. The Ukrainians have used it. I mean, there's a lot of militaries that still use that stuff. I'm not saying this guy's ex-military or anything. He definitely looked like he fit the mold of that genre of people that they're talking about. But listen, when Hulk Hogan's meeting hundreds of people a day, he's not sitting there examining every tattoo on their body,
And how can he? It's not his place to. He's doing his job.
And pay for a photo op. He took a picture with the guy, and you're going to sit there and stone him for that? I just think that's horrible.
Yep. I think it's fucking ridiculous. I want to
now,
go back.
If he was sitting there pointing at the tattoo and doing the Sieg Heil, yeah, okay.
Then I'm done with Hogan.
Then
all
I'm
right?
done with Hogan, right? Because we all hate racists, but
Yeah.
you know,
But him, because some fan with that shit on at comes to a meet and greet. Come on, guys.
Yeah.
The ones that think that is this the ridiculous nature of this world that we're in?
is.
It's
is.
crazy. But let me get to a few of the comments and we'll do the next one here. Let's see. Lawrence says Jericho should have stuck with the list as his learning street sub sucks. Thank you, Jeremy, for sending that. Tommy Dreamer eating a hot dog off the floor. Tommy had no shame to do that stuff.
Or the chewing tobacco from the Undertaker.
Sean's got another good one here. Ron Simmons just popping in
Dude.
saying, "Damn!"
Probably one of my favorite moments.
The Rock walking through the wall into the APA office.
Dude,
Derek
The
says-
Rock in anything. I mean,
Yeah.
remember his concerts that he used to do? The Rock concerts.
They were great. The Vicky Guerrero one that he did.
Oh man,
this is a great one right here that he mentions, and I don't think it's an unpopular opinion to people as long as you're not analyzing it that from a other perspective. The perspective to analyze this is sports entertainment. Okay, they're not clowning on people with disabilities that in a malicious way. They're just bringing it out in his character. Was it a little malicious at times? Maybe, but it wasn't the intention to make fun of. Well, it was. It kind of was.
it was pretty malicious, dude.
Yeah, I'm trying to justify it, but as I put it through here, I think it was.
There's only one way to take it.
Yeah. No, it's pretty malicious when I think about it. So
I got one that people wouldn't expect.
I did think Eugene was funny though, Derek.
Eugene was funny, Derek.
Unpopular or not, it wasn't definitely nice. I can't beat around that one, but it was really funny. I won't play that on here though.
I got to be real though. The stuff with Brock Lesnar when he'd come out with like the Brock party and the dance,
the big boombox Money in the Bank shit,
or when he ruined the welcome home for Hulk Hogan, he's like, "Party's over, Grandpa." Dude, Brock Lesnar's got some funny shit.
Got some character to him, right?
Yeah, I mean, he's funny too.
Rewind says Stone Cold repeating everything Vince says and Taker telling him to stop before the Invasion pay-per-view. Hilarious.
Good one. Good one.
Mike Awesome, that 70s guy in the Fat Chick Thriller. I thought that was funny shit too. I know it was terrible for a guy that with that much talent, but I still thought it was funny.
Right.
I think so many wrestling fans wish that Randy was still alive. Ran for sure. Jeremy says, I got a classic. We got to play the second highest rated segment in Raw history. This is your life. Oh, tremendous. Yep. Another good one. Let's see.
DX impersonations we've mentioned to nauseum.
Nation parody, parodying Vince and Vince and Shane. Yep. They did so many good parodies out there.
They really did.
R-Truth, Rand said anything with it. R-Truth is just the best. How could you not love R-Truth, right? All right. Yep. With the SS Bolt thing, you don't know, like you said, military biker club symbols.
Exactly.
The dead Kennedys who have a black member in the band. It was a counter.
Is it the best choice of symbolism? No.
Yeah.
But those entities also use them.
Oh, here's one I forgot. The Rock and the Hurricane stuff.
Right.
Dude, that was a good one.
And Grimace.
Lawrence mentioned another good one earlier where he mentioned WrestleMania 5 with Morton Downey Jr. blowing the smoke in Roddy Piper's face. Right. And Brother Love earlier.
Roddy Piper was involved in some funny shit too, like with the coconuts with Jimmy Snuka and
Roddy Piper is one of the most charismatic wrestlers in the history of the business, in my opinion. His work on the mic, how he could be a heel, how he could be hilarious, how he could be funny, how he could be serious. The guy was a master at his craft. And I just love that moment, with Brother Love when he's making fun of him and his knee. And he's like, look at those knees on you, son.
Right. Right.
And then they rip the skirt off, and then Robert Downey Jr.'s throwing cigarette butts as he's chain smoking them at him. And then, excuse me, sir, please don't blow your cigarette smoke in my face. And then he keeps doing it over and over again. And then he thinks that Rowdy's not going to do anything, pulls that fire extinguisher out, just fucking douses him.
Yeah. Who could forget the great stuff with Val Venus, man?
Oh,
you got the choppy, the PP, you got Kai. Man, Val Venus was pretty funny too, man. He'd come out and make all the sexual innuendo and stuff. He was funny for his time.
Here's a good one right here. Sean just threw up. Rock and Eugene. Rock asking Eugene who his favorite wrestler was. Eugene says Triple H. Yeah.
The Rock has had so many funny segments. Like, remember when he did with Jonathan Coachman, man. Anytime he interviewed him,
Yep.
He would sing him at the Copa, and he would have him, okay, bend over. And he'd put his boot on his ass and kick him out of the picture.
Yep. Rand, I just watched this one today before the show because I was going to mention this one too. Edge and Christians, where they're writing stuff on the back of the pictures with Austin or with Angle. You know, he's a dork. You know, other random things, and Angle's just like thinking it's the coolest thing in the world. He's seeing these pictures of himself and doesn't. Kurt Angle just never took himself seriously. Which I like about him. You know,
what about the time when Kurt Angle came out on a scooter when he was feuding with the Undertaker?
Oh God, yeah, for the American Badass style, right? Sid messing his promo up in Nash and calling himself an idiot. Yeah, Sid messed up a lot of his promos.
Probably the most notorious one, the Shockmaster.
Oh God, yes, the poor Shockmaster.
The debut of the Shockmaster.
I felt terrible when you go back and watch that poor guy. That
it was a stupid ass gimmick, though. Did they really think that was going to get over?
That was WCW, man.
Stormtrooper helmet, Chewbacca vest.
Yeah, that was that time frame. But
right.
You mentioned a guy earlier, Goldust. What did you love about Goldust?
I loved everything about Goldust, man. Goldust he was given a very terrible gimmick. Much like his dad was, and much like his younger brother, Cody Rhodes was given a horrible gimmick, with the paper bag shit and stuff. I mean, for some reason, WWE likes handing those guys horrible gimmicks, but you know what? When they do that, they always get them over, Goldust, he had so many funny segments, whether it was with Roddy Piper at the beginning of his career, Ahmed Johnson, all those classic times. And then later on, he would reinvent himself, when he got electrocuted by Evolution and he had a stutter, or, the tag team with R-Truth, which was a genius pairing. Stuff that you wouldn't think would get over. I mean, the stuff with Booker T even, when they reenacted Star Wars and shit like that. Like, it was just funny shit.
Book is so excited. He's like, I can feel it, man. Booker won Kenobi.
Booker won Kenobi.
So I brought up a clip of Goldust for you because when you mentioned it earlier today and with me when we were talking about it, that's what came up with the idea actually for the show.
The whole show, yeah.
Yeah. It was I don't know what brought it up about Goldust earlier, but you said something about Goldust to me when we were texting.
It was it was the video with Stone Cold and Goldust.
Okay, yeah. And then you're like, Goldust, man. We were thinking, what are we gonna do tonight for a topic? And you said funniest moments. There it is, Goldust. I was like, yeah, sold right there. So I had to bring Goldust in because that's what exactly made us want to do it. So you mentioned specifically the segment with Triple H and Ric
Flair. My God, I gotta get this link.
Could you have maintained your composure during this?
No, not even close. No way.
No way.
No way, dude.
I would have died. Tell me when you got it, okay?
Yeah.
So if you guys want to watch it, I'll post the link in the chat as well. So this is the last one we'll watch, just in the interest of time. And while Richie's loading it up,
you wouldn't happen to have that link, would you?
I sure would. Give me 1 second.
Yep.
Give me 1 second.
Oh, that's why I did it. It put in Goldberg, not Goldust.
Let's see. All right.
Okay, I found it.
You got it? Okay.
Yeah.
Got it. All right. I got it.
Go for an ad real quick, about 3 seconds, and then we'll be ready to roll.
So this is give you the context for it, guys. Booker was in a feud with Triple H at this moment, and of course, Goldust and Booker were friends, and Goldust is kind of coming out to defend his friends. And this is in the Tourette syndrome era of Goldust, and he has told the story. You guys can. I don't want to do it an injustice. It's right online if you want to look up how it was created. He tells the funniest stories about this, how much fun he had doing the Tourette's gimmick, and how people wanted him to do it on command, and the wrestlers loved it. Gags that they played on planes where Bob Holly, of all people, convinced him to do the Tourette's gimmick to get extra special attention on a flight. Just the shit he tells on the story is hilarious about this gimmick. So I don't want to do it injustice. You guys can find it for yourself. It's easy. It's really good. It's a good listen now. So you got it loaded up there, Richie?
Oh, yeah.
All right, cool. So there it is, guys. We're going to watch this. This will be our last one we'll do for clips, and then we're going to go on into a little overtime. So here we go. Richie, I'm going to skip to 18 seconds, okay?
Go ahead, bud.
All right, 18 seconds is where we'll start at.
Street Thug.
I love Goldust's music too, Richie.
Oh, I do too. You want to talk about nostalgia?
Goldust King. I see it, Goldust.
You think we'll ever see him back in the WWE side?
Yeah.
I hope so.
Yeah, we'll see him in the Hall of Fame for sure.
Rock cutting a promo at Armageddon, and Rock impersonates Austin Angle Rikishi.
That was a good one too. Cheers to that one.
In the cockles of your heart, you are worthy.
Triple H, bro. He doesn't know what to think from this.
Is it what? And at WrestleMania,
Jesus.
Dude, Triple H is dying.
you cannot judge a book by its.
I can say something now, and I'm not gonna though.
Yeah, I get where you're going with that.
Yeah.
What is wrong with
Look at Triple H and Flair, man.
Freaking dying.
You shouldn't laugh at him. He's got a problem. He has no question, man.
You're killing me, man. You're killing me. All right. Listen, I can see you. I can see you're serious about this. So, I'm sorry. I interrupted you. I'm sorry. You go ahead and finish what you're saying. I'm sorry. I'll be serious.
I couldn't do it.
When it's all over, said and done, and you, Triple H, lose your world world title, and you will. So, Bookman,
Hunter. He's trying.
You will never.
Hold on. Wait a minute. I think I know where you're going with this. Go something like this. I will never forget name.
He blocks him.
Come on.
Too good.
That's good
Love
shit
it, man.
right there.
All right, let me get into some of the other ones that you guys are mentioning. Stone Cold and Vince in the hospital. Wow, that's a great one. Gold Dust and Blue Dust. Mini Booker T and The Rock is another great one that I like.
Yep.
I think times have not having changed. Not that I'm for PC culture, but some of the symbols like the SS Counter Shock phased out is probably a good thing, but also people can be PC where you don't know. The guy with the symbol may not be a Nazi, but just a metal or punk fan. Also, Hogan's in a difficult spot because he wants to show respect to every fan, regardless of race, beliefs, religion, etc. Within reason. Also, Hulk has some Italians. I don't think he would be. Yeah, good points, Grant. Sean says Road Warrior Animals interviewing while Animals talk, and Hawk pops the spike collar off his neck by just turning his head. I have to look that one up.
I remember that one. I saw that.
That's Jeremy says his number one moment, the Bang 316.
Yep.
Pissed himself.
I just pissed my pants. Hey, Jeremy, thanks for bringing that up. I'm going to take a potty break real fast. I will be right back.
All right. There you go. All right, guys. We'll take 5 just to take a quick break, guys. Just 5 minutes. We're going to come off the screen. We'll put the little sign up. We'll be back in just 5 minutes. I'll get right back to all you guys' questions, too. So we'll be back in 5. All right, guys, we are back. Thanks for the break. We're getting old here. Old men got to pee all the time sometimes, right, Richie?
Right. Oh, absolutely. I got an old woman bladder, actually, to be honest with you.
All right, let's get back to a few of these here. HBK dressing up as Hogan. Mae Young winning the bikini contest.
Mae Young with the crap in the handout, dude.
Yes, Lawrence, I went on a bit of a rant. I carried it away as I hate the judgmental, the PC culture that we live in are. Yeah,
I agree.
Don't worry about your rant, bro.
Nah, you're in the perfect circle right here.
Yeah, it's freedom of speech place here, folks. Absolutely. So you can say whatever. Jarrett and Beetlejuice, man, when he nails him with the fucking guitar.
What about when the Yeti dry humped Hogan?
Yeah, he sandwiched poor Hulk Hogan between the Big Show and the Yeti dry humped him at Halloween Havoc. I think it was Halloween Havoc '95. Mae Young showing her puppies and Moolah covers her up. Mae Young with the hand with Mark Henry. Austin's beer bath of the McMahons and The Rock.
Sean's got some good ones.
Yeah, Mean Gene and Bobby in a closet with Mae Young.
Oh God, that was what, WrestleMania 20? I think that was
something like that. You guys got some great ones here. These are all good ones. Well, that'll close us out though for funniest moments. We'll open it up to you guys, whatever you want to talk about now. So if you would like to, I'll throw a link out here if you guys want to jump on with us and say hi, or if you just don't want to, no worries. Not a big deal, but I'll throw the link out in the chat if you want to pop on the stream for a second and talk about anything else. Milkomania, great one there, Derek. So, all right, guys, the link is in the chat if you want to jump on. I'll see you if you come on. If you don't, just put it out in the chat. We'll talk about some other stuff. So what's on your mind here this week, guys? Let's talk about maybe some modern shit that's been going on. I'll lead it off. Roman Reigns came back on SmackDown. Did you watch SmackDown on there or no, Richie?
I did.
What'd you think?
I think it was great, man. I'm glad Roman Reigns is back. He looks good. He looks healthy. You know, I want to see this storyline go over strong. One thing I was caught off guard about. I didn't realize, you know, we all were kind of speculating with the events on Raw with Seth Rollins getting attacked, though. Apparently he's injured.
What's wrong with him?
I don't know. Apparently he's got some chronic injuries going on, and he's taking time off again.
Damn.
So it's kind of interesting. Yeah. You know,
That's
he's
crazy.
plugged with injuries right
Poor
now.
dude, man.
Yeah.
Poor guy. Well, that was a good way to write him off with Bronson Reed on Raw this week with the 7 tsunami.
Kind of random though, right? I mean,
yeah. It could get Bronson Reed over to a different level by beating up on a guy like that, especially if he's going to be out for a while. You know, Bronson Reed should be billed as a big heel. I mean, the guy's huge, so
right.
Good way to write him off. Man, that sucks. He's hurt though again.
Yeah. Yep.
He seems like he just puts his body on the line so much to me.
He does. And he's getting older.
Yeah. I think he's almost 40 now.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think he's almost 40 or something now. But, you know, Roman this week coming back, just taking out, like Sean said here, he said he just destroyed the Bloodline 2.0. No Jacob Fatu this week at all. They didn't have any Jacob Fatu, but
broken ankle.
Yeah. They say it might be a work though. Still, nobody's really, nobody really knows.
If it was a work. I mean, Rikishi wrestled with a broken ankle, you know, with a work. So I don't think it's a work, man.
I don't think so. But who knows what they're gonna do? Maybe they're hoping he's gonna heal fast. I don't know.
That was a hell of a bump he took.
That was a bad one. It definitely was. All right, so we got first up Rand. Rand, what's going on, man?
What's up, buddy?
How's everything in Canada going tonight?
Can't see you on your camera, buddy. There you are. What's up, Rand?
What's going on, boys?
What's going on, buddy?
Good,
what's on your mind tonight?
Good. I had a fire. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear it.
Yep. Looks like we
Can
got a
you hear
little bit of a delay. Yep,
we got you, buddy.
Oh, I had to jump off. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I had to go deal with a fire outside at work here. So I missed half your show tonight.
Oh shit.
What's on your mind, man?
The most modern thing I'm going on about is Seth Rollins getting hurt on Monday and getting written off the show. That's kind of interesting right now. Originally, it was going to be a triple threat coming up, not at the Bash in Berlin, but further down the road. They were building a triple threat between Drew and CM Punk and Seth. So it looks kind of like they're going to build a four-way dance to. I like him because he's kind of a modern day version of Macho Man, like in that classification of Macho Man being a
That's a good
over-the-top
pickup
character. Yeah. Macho Man. I love how Macho Man has all these tributes to him now in Monday Night and in WWE going on now.
Absolutely.
I don't know how many people have picked up on that or noticed that. LA Knight's doing it. Who else is doing it?
Punk's done it in the past.
Is doing it. Bailey was doing it. Yeah, Punk's done it a couple of times in the past. Bailey has been doing it with her jackets and her style coming in. And there's a few others. It's kind of interesting. I think the ghost of Macho Man Randy Savage saved the WWE from somebody who in a bad way in courts right now.
Sure.
Yeah.
It's nice to see him get his flowers.
I love the Slim Jim stuff that they've brought back, and they pay homage to him with it. They don't just forget that he was the face of that, you know?
I mean, no matter who
I
they
found
have,
it really hilarious.
Will be more the Slim Jim recognized with Slim Jim guys than Macho Man Randy Savage. That's just he'll always be recognized with that. So that's my opinion. What were you gonna say before that, Rand?
Yeah. I found it hilarious that Slim Jim versus Prom was the backdrop of LA Knight versus Logan Paul. Going
pretty crazy, right?
Well, Logan Paul Levesque.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Two competing brands. Well, good perspective, Rand. Thanks for calling in again tonight, man. We appreciate it as always, man. And I hope you don't have to put any more fires out tonight.
Yeah, you stay safe out there, brother.
No, it's mulch. They have mulch outside the building here that I'm at, and some fucking drunk idiots walking by.
Stay safe, buddy. Okay.
Cigarette butt out into the mulch. Yep.
Oh, what dummies, man. Well, hey, thanks, Rand. We'll see you. We'll see you on Tuesday, okay, brother?
Yeah, snap into it.
Thanks, buddy. All right, next we got is Lawrence.
Good day, mate.
How are you?
G'day, how's it going?
Doing good, my man. Doing good. Cheers.
How's life in Australia?
Lawrence, if I had a shoe up here, man, I would do you a shoey. I know that's tradition over there.
Yeah, I'm going to be PC and say Australia's lovely, but hint, hint, I'm over it.
It's not. Yeah, I've seen it.
We get you.
I live in Brisbane, so it's like Queensland area, and Brisbane's become like I've researched on the internet. Apparently, it's like Boston or something. They reckon.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just like crap transport, overpopulated, not much there.
Yeah. So what's on your mind, man? What do you got for us tonight?
Yeah, buddy.
Oh, bugger. Sorry about that.
No problem.
It's okay.
Yeah, no, I went on a rant about like PC culture, whatnot, but it got my creative juices flowing with current pro wrestling product and a lot of like the history of pro wrestling from the Attitude Era and the different eras and stuff. And I thought I'd spark up a conversation about how PC culture and the times have influenced like pro wrestling with the storyline.
You got to come over and check out Random Conversations. We have these type of talks all the time, buddy.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Cheap plug for the show, folks. Random Conversations. Look up Random Conversations World War III. It's the easiest way to find it. You'll see Richie and I's other show. We're just starting to grow.
Quickest canceled episode ever.
Yeah. We talk about the PC culture all the time on there and just the bullshit that comes from it. So we talk about that all the time. So what's your question related to, or what's your thought that you want to discuss on the PC stuff, the Attitude Era, whatever it is?
Yeah. Well, one of the things like I've noticed that's been a trend in pro wrestling they talk about is you hear this emphasis on we're writers now, we're not bookers, all that. But it doesn't make sense to me because having done research and whatnot, right tool for the right job. My understanding back in the day, the booker would set up the matches, matchmake, whatnot. It was more booking orientated because they didn't have the in-depth. They would have a basic storyline to go with.
Mm-hmm.
Where the writers come into it, they write like more in depth, and then the wrestlers follow like an actor, the script, whatnot. But a lot of it was improv, because in the acting world, you got people who improv, like say Robert De Niro, whatnot. But with PC culture, it's sort of changing where I'm noticing a bit more attitude era coming back.
Mm-hmm.
But for a long time, there's been a complaint where wrestling's become too scripted, and a lot of the old school wrestlers want to do stuff off the fly. And so it intrigues me regarding like the booking versus writing and the PC culture and how scripted pro wrestling is, and what are your thoughts on like the restrictions and where wrestling's going at the moment?
I think I'll take it first, Lawrence, and then I'll turn it over to Richie. I think wrestling's going back to being more attitude era like. I don't think they'll ever fully embrace it. You know, as we've talked about on the show here before, it kind of relates to them going to Netflix, where they're not going to be, they're not going to be really pigeonholed to do one thing a certain way to appease that mainstream, cable type of stuff that it's not allowed on. So being on Netflix, it's going to give them the ability, to me, to be way more risque and real attitude era like in a lot of ways. And I think writers throughout the years, the PC culture and what it's turned into, of course, is awful. It's just everybody's too overly sensitive about anything. But I think the writers, for a lot of the reason that they got rid of the book and stuff, I think they thought that the writers could keep it in check a little bit more and kind of keep them on that right track. And I think writers are some of, like, when you bring people in that don't really know wrestling, maybe they did stuff in Hollywood, but they have no idea much about what the product was or the history. I think it's one of the worst mistakes ever. And that's why I think you need to have somebody in charge of the booking over just being a writer. Yeah, it's great to have the input from a writer, but you need somebody, to me, that knows that business better. And I think writing has been a downfall to a lot of things, having the writers to professional wrestling. What do you think, Richie?
First off, I want to give a shout out. Hey, Javier, welcome to the show, man. Just saw you chime in here. Good to meet you, brother. And no one keeps KB. Yep.
Yeah, that's true point, Sean.
That's another part that's killed the wrestling business. But my opinion is this: once they make the move to Netflix, it's vital, because what me and John have said for years is you got to pay attention to the demographic that brought you to being the global conglomerate you are, which is the 18 to 45 demographic. They've totally alienated that demographic for so long because they were focusing more on what the sponsors and these big corporations that give them a bunch of money wanted. And now they're not pigeon-toed into a corner where they have to deal with that shit. Netflix gives them all the opportunity in the world to step out of that box again and be creative. I feel like the scripted stuff that they've put on recently has stripped all the colors, all the tools away from this big canvas that you had called professional wrestling. They took all the tools away, the bleeding in the matches. Say what you will about that, but we respected a lot of these guys like Mick Foley, Triple H, all these guys that went through wars on TV, took us through a storyline. They stripped all their tools away. So I feel like making this move back to Netflix is really going to give them the edge that they needed to bring someone like me back into watching it weekly again. Because me and John will be the first to tell you we're not invested anymore in the product because they forgot about us in a lot of ways. And I'm hoping that this move makes us be brought back in. I would love to go back to watching it religiously again. I just want them to give me a reason to, and I hope this move makes it happen.
Yeah,
I'm the same way.
Yeah. How do you watch wrestling out in Australia, Lawrence? I know you guys don't have Peacock. I know that from traveling overseas all the time. If you want to use your Peacock, like I was out of country over the weekend and I wanted to see SummerSlam on Saturday, I had to use a VPN because they don't have Peacock in other countries. How do you guys watch the content in Australia?
You've probably got the VPN avenue. I've sometimes done that, but there's several ways. But one of the avenues we have in Australia, we don't have Peacock, but we've got a streaming platform that WWE have worked an agreement with called Binge.
Okay.
And Binge and KO Sports, and so they show like a lot of like the WWE Network stuff on Binge, but then KO Sport is linked with Fox Sport. They show like AEW shows and WWE shows, and so I can watch it through KO Sports.
Nice.
And then I've got like I'm currently subscribed because I've been watching old school TNA to like TNA Plus.
I love it.
And you
love the Asylum years, bro.
and you got like Fight TV as well, where you can watch stuff through it. Where I have different packages, and then I'll just say it. Also, if you're naughty like me, I don't really do it because I get like the adverts, whatnot. But you've probably heard of Flickstore and Watch Wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've sometimes done that.
Yeah.
So I watch UFC fights, whatnot. So yeah, we have those avenues. But yeah, the VPN thing I've done, as I've got some friends in America who have done like movies in America, United States, and I wanted to watch their film, and I couldn't watch it through the Australian streaming, so I done a VPN, where I watched like The Manor, which has Kevin Nash in it, believe it or not.
Wow.
My friend was involved with the film. He actually plays a part in it, Mike Messier. And the other thing that was pretty cool, like Tommy DiNucci, I think, directed it. He's another person I've become friends with. They're both pro wrestling fans as well.
Mm-hmm.
The real cool thing with the film, the lead singer of Godsmack, Soul's in it.
Oh, okay.
Love Godsmack.
Good
So,
shit, man.
yeah, he's done a few films with him, but because of bloody Australia, where there's certain content we can watch, certain content we can't because of it not being over here for some reason, yeah, I've had to use VPN if I want to watch stuff that's a pain in the bum to order from overseas, so I just have to watch it through VPN.
Yeah.
But sometimes it doesn't work with certain ones, like Netflix is a pain in the bum where I try to VPN it and it won't let me do like Netflix properly.
Right.
Yeah, Netflix has a good way of kind of doing
Blocking
things.
people.
I'm always fascinated when I go overseas to like see with stuff like entertainment, like we have here in the States or in North America. We're getting everything live when it comes out through all the providers in North America. But every time I go other places, that aren't your, typical run of the mill places near the, United States, I'm always fascinated to see like how they catch entertainment stuff. And I saw like for this week, Monday Night Raw aired, and I saw it Wednesday in the airport coming home from Costa Rica. They had it on in the morning time. So it's always interesting to me. That's why I asked that question, Lorenz, like how people watch it and check it out other places, because it's so different. And that shows the power of the WWE brand and, even other brands that are trying to develop. It shows you they can reach out across the world. And it's always interesting to me to see, how people catch that material. So good stuff, Lorenz. Thanks so much for coming on with us and joining us tonight. Plug your group really quick, buddy.
Oh, yeah. My group's called Lazarus Pro Wrestling Fan Group. Just search it up on Facebook. Hopefully the AI doesn't tell you the history of it and all that, because I've been getting annoyed with the Facebook AI era. But if it lets you use the search bar, you should be able to find it, or you can also find it through Google. I've noticed, like I've test drive like Lazarus Pro Wrestling Group, and then I'll find the link in Google. So yeah, Lazarus Pro Wrestling Fan Group.
Awesome, buddy. It's a great group, guys. Check it out. Laza, thanks for joining us.
Favorite Australian.
Be good, buddy. Okay? We'll see you on Tuesday.
All right, brother. Cheers.
All right. Night, dude. Always great to see Laza out, too.
Yeah,
Rand's popped on the last couple of times, too.
Absolutely.
It's great to see
Absolutely,
Rand.
bro.
Javier says, once again, nice welcome, Javier. It's great to see it come out. I heard Bad Blood's going to be October 5th. I can't wait to get Atlanta. I know Jeremy's going to that one. So.
It's great to see these old school pay-per-view names coming back, For a while there, they got pretty stale with the names. They would start naming them the gimmicks of the matches, Hell in a Cell, tables, ladders, and chairs. There was nothing creative about it. So it's cool to see them bring back kind of the old school ones.
John Cena is the new Invisible Man. Rand says,
He's always been
the
there.
only thing we don't get on Bell in Canada is Rampage and their Saturday show. Jeremy says, got my tickets. There's about 500 available before they sold out.
Wow.
Yeah. Do you live in Georgia, Javier? If you're still on, I don't know if you're still on or not, but there you go. Rewind, are you still on too? Rewind's been a little quiet tonight. I apologize.
Where you at, Rewind? Where you at, buddy?
Where you at, buddy? If you're still here,
Join the
I
show.
apologize
Talk
on some of the comments if I didn't get to everyone tonight. I apologize, guys. I do my best to try to get to everyone and kind of tie it in, so it's always the fun of it. But Jeremy's got the question of the night.
We want Rewind in the backstage area. Rewind.
Call his name and he appears. Here we go.
Here's
all right. Jeremy's going to be the last question of the night here. So we'll do this as our last one right here. He's still here. Taz
Thank
is
God. Join the show. Come on.
We were
Join the
worried
show.
about you. We were worried about you,
Pop,
Rewind.
pop in the backstage. We want to talk to you for a minute.
Anytime you want to come on, Rewind, come on. You got it. Anytime you want to. Javier says that he lives in Hayesville, North Carolina. Well, welcome from Hayesville, North Carolina. Awesome. I hope if you get a chance to go to Bad Blood, you have a blast. I know Jeremy's excited about it. So Jeremy's question, we'll make this the last one of the night for questions at least. Let me just go back to it and I'll read it. Give me 1 second, guys. All right. If you can pick one wrestler to star in any style of a movie, who are you picking and what type of movie?
Whew, that's a hard one. I'm going to go with Vampiro. Yeah, I think everybody already knew that. That's kind of a regular of the show. I'm going to go with Vampiro, and I want to see a dark horror movie where he's a serial killer. I think he would pull that off phenomenal. Serial killer sociopath. I want to see Vampiro do that.
That would be good.
That would be good. That would be great.
I think he would do good on it.
Yeah.
All right. So
no paranormal freaky shit, just straight up like serial killer stuff.
Well, he has seen aliens, he says.
Oh, well, you take enough LSD, I'm sure you can see anything. Ask Joe Rogan.
Oh, all right. Let me go for mine. All right. I'm going to say R-Truth in a comedy.
That would be a good one.
Give a good plot for it. You know,
Bad Boys, dude. He needs to be in Bad Boys.
He would have been tremendous as like a sidekick in that or something like that.
Bad Boys would be funny with R-Truth.
Imagine him and Martin Lawrence having some of their back and forth, and then Will Smith just getting mad at him, at one point.
Perfect fit.
R-Truth would be fucking phenomenal.
Big Mama's house. You got to put him in there.
Dude, bring him in like Happy Gilmore too. He's
Dr.
Chubbs'
Dolittle.
long lost son or something like that.
Dude. Sign me up all day long.
That guy is one of the funniest dudes ever.
Yeah.
I have so much time for anything, R-Truth for sure. So
his TikTok lives are pretty funny. I don't know if anybody's
everything
jumped
he does
in there.
is funny.
Everything he does is funny.
Guy is awesome, man. R-Truth is a legend for sure. Yeah, that's what I'll go. Good question, Jeremy. Interesting and new one.
I liked it.
It was a weird night. Had a weird dating. What happened with dating?
Dude, you got to hop on and tell us now, dude. Come on,
Rewind.
Come in the backstage. Come
All
on.
Rewind. We gotta hear about your date
You
tonight.
gotta hop in here, bro.
All right, come on.
You went on a date without me, bro? What the
Did she get a massage? Well, I'll save the questions if he comes on. I know he'll come on. All right, Rachel. Or excuse me. All right, Richie. I just sent it out for you. Rewind to the chat again.
Buddy.
So
come on,
join us.
We got to hear this. We're all a group here. We're all buddies. We all
He's
love
trying
each
to
other.
decompose a little bit.
Hop on in, Rewind. Decompose.
Beverly Hills Cop 5. R-Truth as the new Beverly Hills Cop. He would be great.
Yeah, he would.
He would be great. Come on, Rewind. You know you
Come
want
on,
to.
buddy.
You know we got to hear about your date.
Dude, you at least got to give us that. Come on.
Rewind needs his own show, I think, to himself sometime.
Dude, I'd watch it. I would watch it.
The fucking the Rewind podcast, man. This guy's gonna do his stuff. He's here,
dude. You say his name, and
you just gotta unmute Rewind.
With lotion and all.
You gotta unmute.
First off, Rewind. Cheers to you, my friend.
You hear me?
We hear you now.
All right, cool.
How did the date go? Look, are you in a polo?
Dude,
No, I took it off. All
right, let's see. You're looking.
Are you in a robe right now? Is that
What?
a fancy robe? Okay, it's not a robe. I got it.
No. I got no pants on again, Richie, though.
Oh,
Heads up.
Jesus. Family friendly here. Family friendly.
If you want to see my Taz, you can, all right?
All right. You keep that Taz buckled away, buddy.
Hey, Javier, I see you in the backstage area, buddy. I'll bring you on next, okay? So don't go anywhere. I see you back there. I just do people one at a time when I bring them on. So just hold tight with me for a few minutes.
Rewind, you got to give us the deets, bro.
We got to hear about your date. Everybody wants to know.
Okay, so I met this chick in March, right? We dated for a couple of weeks and just
How'd
didn't
you
work
meet
out. Oh, Bet. You know what Bet Life is?
No.
It's a kinky website. It's like a kinky dating website.
Ooh, Rewind's got a whole new side. Bro.
What?
I'm going to need another beer for this, dude.
Bro, all right.
Yeah.
So you met her on, what's it called? Fet Life?
So, yeah, I met her on Bet.
What is
Like,
Fet Life?
Ashley Bet Life, too.
Is that fetish?
Yeah, it stands for fetish, yeah.
Okay, all right. Got it.
Oh,
All
You're not
right.
the lifestyle guys? Come on.
dude.
Nothing wrong with it. I'm not
Respect,
knocking
bro.
shit,
Jim
man.
Cornette is all on your alley, bro. Like,
Jim Cornette? Really?
oh,
He's into all that shit, man.
man.
Good
Big
for him.
Big time. So you meet her on Fet Life. What happened then?
So I met her in like February, maybe March-ish, and like we went on a couple of dates, had some fun, and she started acting super fucking weird, dude. Like
Really?
just weird as shit. I don't
Like what?
she get all like I'd text her and she'd say stuff and then she'd just like disappear and say sorry, just really weird shit, right?
Like a catfish kind of? Or?
No, she was real, trust me.
Oh, okay. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah, and then she started being weird, so I ended it. Then I ran to her again on the site, And then we met up last Sunday, had fun.
Mhm.
Then she started doing the same shit again. So it's just like, and then she ended it with me this time.
Huh.
So it's just a weird thing.
Well, how'd she end it? I mean, you're leaving a lot of details out here, bro.
She told me she's too busy and she's working too much and she doesn't have time, blah, blah, blah. And she's trying to move to Idaho and all this shit. So
Idaho? What the fuck is she moving to Idaho?
What did she see you with your pants off and show you? Did you show her your Taz?
Sean says, "Run, rewind, run."
on that.
You love the Taz. Did
just
you
a
put
weird-
her in the Taz mission?
Yeah.
Was there a spark?
All right,
Was there a
all
spark
right.
rewind? Did you guys have a spark or any chemistry at all?
Yeah, we could talk for a long time. Yeah, there's
That's
definitely
good.
our kinks lined up too, so it was good that way.
What was she into?
Nice,
Fill us in
nice.
on her kinks a little bit here.
A spanking, impact play, a little bondage,
Wow.
Rewind's a
gets
freak. I
spicy,
love it,
bro,
man.
dude.
He's a freak in the bed.
Oh,
Who would have
get the
thought?
Scott
He's talking about
Steiner of our
massage
group, man.
matches,
You
lotion
had an
energy
idea.
up. I mean,
You had an idea. You
So
are
my-
always the star of our show, bro.
My ex was a pro dom too. So
Oh shit! Do you
Damn.
like being dominated a little bit or what?
no, usually a pro dom's a switch in their personal life.
Okay. Is that your thing?
It's just easier.
Wow, bro.
this is tremendous. This is
Dude,
better
we
than
could go
wrestling.
another fucking hour on this shit.
You're probably good, yeah.
This is better than- Did you get laid at least?
Last week I did.
Dude, there you
You
go.
are the man.
All right, look at him.
Man.
Rewind got
Big
some
man.
ass.
Dude,
Good
but
for
dating
you,
just,
bro.
dating just fucking. I've been dating for like 2 years now, dude. It just fucking sucks, dude.
It's
Yeah.
rough nowadays. It's hard unless you find a good one, man. Like it's kind of crazy. I was having this discussion with a coworker of mine. Like the women today are kind of crazy. They're kind of crazy. It's confusing because of all this pro feminism stuff. They don't know where they're at in the relationship and stuff. You really got to feel it out. And yeah, it's hard, man. I'm glad I found a good one. I know John's found a good one, and it's tough, dude. It's real tough.
It just, I don't know. It's just like open communication. Just put it
Yeah.
all on the fucking table. Work
You
out.
have
It's
to,
just-
right? You have to.
Yeah.
Communication is the key to any
It's the key.
relationship. You have
That's
to have
not
good
some catchy phrase. man.
No,
That's a
it's
real
not.
thing.
It's the truth. If you have shit communication with your partner, it's all done, man. It's never going to work. You got to
Hey,
talk to
rewind.
one another.
Rewind.
Yeah.
We want you to come on random conversations with us where we
I'd
can
love to,
can
dude.
dive into that, dude. And I would
Let's
love
let
that.
rewind. I'll set it up with you. I'll email you, and then we'll
Okay.
set it up for next week sometime. How's that sound?
Perfect, dude. Yeah.
All right, man.
Great.
Well, thanks for telling us about your date, brother.
Yeah.
I'm sorry it didn't work out for you, but
It's
it's
probably
always
for the
great to
best.
see you, man.
It's probably-
It probably is.
So when I was
Rewind.
in-
You
so
were the
you're
best.
saying there's a chance.
There is a chance.
When I was in trade school, my instructor would say, "Women are like city buses. In 15 minutes, there'll be another one."
It's fucked up, isn't it?
Yeah, but it's sort of true though.
Yeah.
And Rewind wonders why he's single over
Yeah,
here.
no shit.
Hey, just don't be fooled by them short buses, bro. Be careful.
Stay away,
Yeah.
Rewind, all right?
That's a
All right,
Eugene side joke.
All right, talk to you guys later, man.
All right, buddy. Be good, man.
Good seeing you.
Later.
Thanks. All right, Javier. What's going on, Javier? Great to see you for the first time tonight, man.
Welcome
Thanks
to
for
the show,
coming
buddy.
out. How you doing, buddy?
Good.
What you
Tell
got
me
going
about
on?
yourself a little bit. Who's your favorite wrestler, man?
Let's see. I would say CM Punk and John Cena.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
Right on.
Good
Those are good
pick,
picks.
man. Good pick.
How you feel about John
Yeah.
Cena's retirement run here?
Well, I think it's emotional.
Yeah. Yeah,
What do
he's
you love
been
about
part of
John
all of
Cena
us,
the most,
Javier.
Javier?
His acting skills is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is he somebody you look up to a lot?
Yep.
Nice, man.
He's taking care of a lot of kids and stuff like that with the Make-A-Wish Foundation. And John Cena is such a hero, man. You got to respect his run he's had.
True.
Dude, he's one of the goats. What do you love about CM Punk, Javier? Tell me what you love about CM Punk, buddy.
I saw the SummerSlam match, but it kind of sucks when you lost that SummerSlam because the referee wasn't paying attention. He gave
Yep.
him DGS move. It was crazy.
Yeah. Yeah.
So who do you like more? Let me ask you this. Who do you like more? Do you like Cena or Punk more? Who's your favorite out of the two?
It's gotta be John Cena.
There
John
you
Cena.
go.
Yeah.
You can't
Yep.
see him, right?
Yep. That's awesome, man.
You ever
That's
get to see him live, buddy?
I saw John Cena a couple of times.
That's cool.
Since that's how I want my money to bank.
Yep. Very cool, dude.
Heck yeah, buddy.
Yeah, I will be watching their fights next year, and I might see John Cena there.
Oh yeah, man. Well, you better check him out in 2025 and let us know if you see him in person, okay?
Yeah.
Well, hey Javier, thanks, buddy, for coming on tonight, man. We really appreciate it.
Brother.
It's good to see you out, man. We're here every Tuesday. Make sure you subscribe to the page on YouTube and Facebook, and you can make sure you put all your stuff to get a notification. We come live a few times a week, man, and we always open it up at the end to the great fans like you. So please, man, come back again soon and join us. All right. Thank you, buddy.
Appreciate you, brother.
Hey, man. Thanks, Javier. Man, great to see everybody tonight.
Yeah, dude.
Javier, welcome to the show. Sean, man, he's been great tonight as always too.
Sean, hop on with us real quick, brother. We still got a few minutes here. Let's talk, man.
If you don't want to, no worries. We'll be back on Tuesday.
No pressure.
Doing it,
No
guys.
pressure.
It's always nice to
We'd
just
love
say
to have
hello
you
to
on.
everybody. Always nice to just say hello. John Cena tagging with Dean Ambrose. Remember Dean Ambrose with the plant?
Yeah, I do.
It was like called Merle or something like that.
I can't remember what the plant was called, but I remember in a wrestling crate that I got, it had Merle the plant, I think.
Yeah, I think it was Merle.
Yeah,
that shit was hilarious. With
Remember when they
John
broke the
Moxley's a
plant?
funny guy too.
Dude, he's hilarious. You met him in person. You said he was a kind of an out there kind of guy.
All right, Jeremy, hold on. Let me get your movie choices. Sorry, guys, if I missed anybody's stuff here. My apologies. It's hard to get them. I'm taking Rhea Ripley in a vampire movie and John Moxley in a new version of The Punisher. That's
John
a good
Moxley
one.
would be a great Punisher, dude. Jeremy, holy shit.
I could see that too.
What about Darby Allin in a vampire movie?
Yeah.
You could see that, right?
Yeah. I mean, and he probably gets into all that horror shit too.
Yeah. Or like a House of a Thousand Corpses or Devil's
That's the Rob
Rejects.
Zombie one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I could see Darby getting down into Devil's Rejects.
You know, I just started getting into last year. I started getting into horror movies. My daughter loves horror movies, so I've
do
never
too.
liked them before, but my daughter loves them. So
That was
me
my
and-
second collection you didn't know about, and I wish I would have
Was
had
horror
it to this
stuff?
day. Dude, I lost all my horror shit in my divorce,
Really?
man. Oh man, I had such great shit. You would have loved to see it, man. You would have loved
I'm
it.
just getting into it over the last year.
Remember our
so
detolfs that we had, the glass display
Yeah.
cases?
Yeah.
I had a whole detolf full of horror figures and all kinds of memorabilia and shit. It was so cool.
Hell yeah, man. I never would get into horror before, Richie, and it was like it always kind of like was one of those things I never opened my mind up to it a little bit. I never gave it a fair shot at certain points in my life. And then my daughter loved it. She said to me one night, I think we watched The Nun, or
The
something
Nun.
like that. She says, "Hey, you want to watch a movie?" And I said, "Yeah, sure." And she says, I think we were a couple months away from Halloween, and she says, "Let's, what type of movie you want to watch?" And I said, "Oh, let's do an action." She said, "No, let's watch a horror." And I'm thinking, I don't like horror, but she wants to see it. I'll turn it on. We watched The Nun, and then I loved horror movies right after that.
Now you're hooked.
Yeah, then we did all of the Nightmare on Elm Streets. Then we started Jason. We went down.
You
the
gotta
list.
watch Saw, dude. You gotta.
Oh yeah, I've
watch
seen a
all
few of the
movies.
Saws, not
Okay,
all of them
okay,
though.
Okay.
I've seen a few of them.
You gotta watch them straight through. It's great.
Yeah, I don't remember them very well, so I'd have to go back to the beginning.
Yeah.
She just loves horror movies and
Oh
stuff.
yeah.
So she would
Rachel
give me a
Perry.
bunch.
There's so many good ones out there, dude.
I'm excited for the fall season when it comes back again, so we can definitely have our good fill of checking out some good horror flicks. So
Yeah, maybe we should do a See No Evil watch along here.
I've never watched
the Halloween sign. You've never seen it,
Never.
man. That's Kane's first movie, man. It's a good. One.
Jeremy said I could talk horror movies for hours. Yeah.
Mhm.
Let's see. Remake of The People Under the Stairs is coming soon. Oh,
Nice.
interesting.
Very cool. Very cool.
Put Taz in any horror movie, it'll be $1 billion at the box office. Newest Saw movie was brilliant. Rand says Halloween movies. Yeah, we watched the Halloween movies.
Yeah,
too.
those are great. Those are great.
They're really good. You know who's a big horror buff? My dad is too. He's a
What?
huge horror fan.
Dude,
bro.
I didn't see that coming.
You know what his favorite TV show of all time is?
What's that?
The Twilight Zone.
Dude, the obsolete episode. Ask your dad if he's ever seen that.
Okay. I'm not versed on the Twilight Zone. I mean, I've
love
seen
the Twilight
episodes,
Zone.
but I don't know it very well or anything. So
Dude, we grew up on Tales from the Crypt and shit like
yeah,
that.
that was
like,
different. We would watch that on HBO. So
it was Goosebumps. Like
Yeah.
there was some good shit from when we were
so the
kids.
obsolete episode.
Yeah, the obsolete. You gotta talk to your dad about that one. That's
The creator Rod Serling.
Yeah,
He's from my town.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, I was
Oh,
just
yeah.
at a charity event. It was in December, I think it was. of 2023 with his daughter. It's the theater in one of the high schools is named after him because Rod Serling went to school there, and he played a big part. And they're funding them and helping them through the years and all their programs. So the theater is dedicated to him. And we were doing a charity function, and we were raising money for veterans and stuff like that. And they were screening a movie for this gentleman who did a movie. And Rod Serling's daughter came out, as like a special person. Got a chance to meet her, and her husband, I think it was her husband and a couple other of the family members. Cool as hell, man. He was a genius, bro.
Dude, one of the most underrated film series, I think, is Paranormal Activity. Those scare the living shit out of me because they could be legitimate, like energies and stuff like that. Like it's a good series. Like if you want to really scare yourself on a different level, that's definitely shit that I kind of like. Yeah, that's fucked up. It's real.
Jeremy said he has every Halloween movie in a box set. That's cool.
Nice, dude.
Sean's a big fan of the old school Twilight Zone as well. Yeah. Rand says the Poltergeist TV show in the 90s had Taker on it. I did not know that. I didn't know they had a TV show for it.
I didn't know that either.
Ghost Hunters. I haven't seen that either. You guys are.
I haven't got into the Ghost. I tried to watch that a little bit. It's a little hokey to me. I think they kind of amp it up a little bit because of TV, and who wouldn't if you're making that kind of money? I would like to go see the museum that they have there in Vegas, where they have Robert the Doll and Annabelle and all those kinds of things. That would be something cool. So
we should go check it out when we're there.
Dude, that'd be sick. I totally down to do that. We'll live stream it, bro.
You can educate me on a few of the things that I don't know since I'm such a novice to it. So
there you go.
Rand says he's a fan of Buffy, Angel, great shows from the 90s and stuff there too. And they had Hot Chicks on them too. So
dude, Buffy was always on before wrestling. I'd get pissed and be like, dude, come on. Can I just get to Raw, please?
Get off. I want fucking Raw.
Right?
Yep. The original Strangers movie is a great one. Rand said it's filmed in Canada. The Leprechaun movies. I'm the Leprechaun.
Leprechaun in the Hood.
God, good picks, guys. Good picks. Love them all. Hey, guys, great discussion tonight. We hope you guys had as much fun with us. We talked some horror movies. We talked life. We talked about Rewind State. We talked about
like an episode of Random Conversations, man.
This is what it's all meant to be, man. Anything can be discussed here on the show. It doesn't just have to be wrestling. We had tons of you guys come out. We really appreciate it. It was great to see everybody come on the stream tonight, as always. Great to hear about Rewind Today. It was great to have Javier come out tonight, too.
Dude, new listeners, old listeners.
We love it, guys. We really do. Any thoughts tonight, Mr. Reardon?
I just want you all to know I appreciate you so much. This is one of the best groups, to come out and do this stuff with you guys each week. Y'all tuning in and stuff. It gives me and John an energy to keep this thing going. And we love it, man. We love making content for you guys, and I hope you're enjoying it. We're going to get some merch here pretty soon so we can all kind of wear the same thing and kind of symbolize this group and make it a thing. And, there's a lot of ideas down the road. I would love, my biggest dream is to get us all together for a wrestling event or something and kind of do that kind of thing. So we want to grow this community, man, make friends, talk wrestling. It's what we love, and talk life and stuff. We care about you guys too on a personal level. So I hope y'all are enjoying the content, man. And as always, man, I'll see you down the road.
We are on YouTube, sir. Just go check out the Retro Wrestling Revival podcast. We are on YouTube, and I would really appreciate everybody who's watching as well. If you're not watching it on YouTube, please go and give us a follow and subscription over there and hit the bell and notification as well. We're almost monetized on YouTube. We're probably about, hopefully, 4 months away from it in regards to our watch hours, so we're really trying to get that up for the watch hours time. We're almost there. I think we'll be there in a few months, maybe by the end of the year. Hopefully, and we almost have our 1,000 subscribers over there on YouTube. It's a hard market to crack. We would really appreciate that, guys. So check it out, Retro Wrestling Revival Podcast on YouTube and Facebook, and hit a big thumbs up to the video on whatever outlet you're watching on right now. And have no fear, we are going to be back again. 15 more minutes, Jeremy. I wish I could, buddy. I wish I could tonight. I got to get up early in the morning, man. My yard is atrocious after the storms. We got the shit beat out of us this week with weather, man. Woo.
Yeah, right. You did have it pretty bad out there in New York.
Yeah, it's been there.
Dude, rewind. You want us with the Taz thing, man.
When the light turns red, it means stops. You're welcome, Perry Saturn. Said, start an online thing to raise funds for the podcast get together where we can all catch up.
Yeah, I am so down for a Retro Wrestling Revival get together. That would be my pinnacle in this. Like, that's my personal thing. If we can all meet up even if it's a Monday Night Raw and AEW Dynamite, whatever it is, dude. I mean, it would just be a blast with you guys. So absolutely, it's something in the future you got to plan.
Yeah, definitely in the near future. I think it's something we could put together a little fun
I
weekend.
want to see Rewind's twinkle in his eye.
Bro, you better be careful. He's going to be coming after you with fucking bottles of Jergens, bro.
That's okay as long as you go, Rewind.
You hear that? There's incentive enough for him to go now. He's going to get an opportunity to show you how soft his hands are.
Mm-hmm.
All right, guys. Thanks so much for everything. Tomorrow night, we'll be back on the radio on tomorrow and Sunday night. So come on. Make sure you check that out on WDJY every Saturday and Sunday from 9 to 10 p.m. We're also out on markets in Denver, San Francisco, New York, and Washington, D.C. coming in a few weeks on some television outlets out there. So we're always posting links up for the stuff on our Facebook page, and it's the only social media that we use is on Facebook. So if you want the links to the radio shows, it's real easy. Check out our Facebook, Retro Wrestling Revival Podcast, and you guys will get a chance to listen to it. A lot of the stuff we tape is from our streams, so most of it is. So you get to hear yourself on radio too if you like to listen. So come out, check us out Saturdays and Sundays, 9 to 10 p.m. And of course, we will be back again, as always, every Tuesday. So Tuesday night, we'll see you guys. Be good. Thanks for joining us tonight. Hopefully you have a wonderful weekend with a tear in his eyes. Rewind meets Richie. Until next time, have a great weekend. Yes, everybody have a great weekend. We'll see you guys on Tuesday. Thanks for watching the Retro Wrestling Revival.